All right, welcome back to another episode of Shard Hunters. Now for the recap.
Last week, we started a ritual and learned a few things about what each person is infected or slash blessed with, depending upon your outlook is. Nedip found that he has 3 months to live and has water, air, and earth within him, earth being 2 times larger than the others. He also apparently has been sneaking around to get others into his body. That sounded terrible. But anyway, anyway, Hatala was very upset by that, but not because of the bad reasons, but because he's dying from syphilis. Okay, so Core found that he is dying in 6 months, and he is infected by fire, and somehow the darkness that he was infected with is gone. Our theory is that the fire that he put his arm into at the Titan area probably burned it away. Winky has 10 months to live and is infected with air for sure. Hitala has a shadow within her life force and just confirmed that her shadow is infected with the Quelith type beings. And we talked to Lestigius and learned a few things, found a few things, and set up some trade with him. And we were in need of making a cake. So therefore, we ended up splitting up and covering a few bases. Eve also commissioned a painting from Eratane, which will take 1 week. And we also set up excavation of the basement in through the portal that we had to get to the surface in that area. So there's 1 week that we have that we are needing to get these things done, and we've hired other people to do them. So we then decided to travel to the ancient area where we fought the demon and go from there to learn more.
All right. So let me get it to. Oh, that's not time I wanted to do. Dang it. How do I set a specific time? Okay, it did not just save what I did. Okay, well, I can't click it, but it's 7 a.m. Apparently, I advanced it to noon, and now it won't go backwards. But it's 7 in the morning. Y'all have just finished up from the previous day, and y'all are ready to get moving with what you're going to do today. So, what do y'all do first?
Quick question: was I able to get anything from the dwarven book that we had found?
Yeah, because he was doing that while everybody else was doing other stuff.
Yes. Okay. Give me a second for that. I totally forgot about that for a second.
Elijah, nobody needs to see your OnlyFans.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The camera's moved.
You're muted, buddy.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm just trying to take my fan off my desk.
You have to reposition your camera for the stream.
Reposition my monitor. And it's stuck. It's
Close up.
Okay. You pop the book into the reader that's designed for those metal tubes that we've been studying. And the book itself, you can hear the mechanism inside the book moving around, and the book, the hardcover, unlocks, opens up, and the first page flips in place and is ready to read like a regular book.
Is there a title?
The language is not Dwarven.
Ooh, is it anything I recognize, i.e. common or dwarven or maybe old Kaminoan?
It is ancient.
Okay,
This is a full ancient book.
nice. Do I have, are any of the
Your
order?
guess is the book is probably what the dwarves base their tubes on.
Okay. I believe I previously asked, what's her name? Brianna, not
Brianna.
Brianna, for possible translation books. I guess I'll shut this down and put it back on the shelf. The clerk that sits outside of that room, is he still sitting there, or is
There's a clerk there, yes.
yeah? So I'll leave a note for Debbie telling him what the book is and that it's in that language, and I'll try to go find Brianna to see if she has those language books.
Okay. All right, so you go to sleep finally and wake up the next morning. And now it's 7 a.m. and everyone is at the breakfast room.
Is Brianna there?
She is.
All right. I'd like to go ask her about those books.
We have someone in the library right now trying to fetch the books on the mistress of the herb house.
Is that a?
That's what Eve asked about last.
Oh, okay.
Were you talking about something else?
Yes, I'd previously asked if you had any books on the Kaminoan language, trying to translate them from to common, or on the ancient language. I'm trying to learn those.
Oh, we do have the expert, the most expert person we found with the understanding of the ancients. He is on site twice a week.
Okay. Can you let him know that there is a book, a dwarven book now? It's on the shelves with the other dwarven scrolls, and it looks like it's written in ancient, and it looks like it's probably what the dwarves based their scrolls on.
Oh,
Yes. So, and if he can help me get any kind of cipher or any kind of start on learning the language, I would appreciate that.
all right. I'll give him the message.
Thank you. And I'll go find the group, or if they're not here, I'll just have breakfast and wait for them.
We're all here.
Yeah, everybody's there.
All right, I go sit down. Did you guys get everything taken care of?
I know that Winky and I are charged with getting supplies for setting up like the supply run for sweets and recipes and things. So I need to find somebody from the order that takes the supplies down to the Undercity, so that we can set up adding those items to, I guess, their rations or their supplies. Is there anybody that would run the
You can
supplies
talk
for
to
the.
one of the clerks or to Brianna. She's the best person to talk to because she basically knows the whole operation.
Okay. Yes, I asked Brianna about the extra, adding the extra items to the supplies for the Undercity.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
Okay, good. Because we also need to get recipes for them down there so that they can increase their standard of living. Because they are missing sweets. They want to try something that
That's
a
something we
few.
haven't thought about.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Uh, I go back over to Brianna and interrupt her breakfast again and apologize for interrupting her breakfast. Um, do you have any old maps, a couple hundred years old, looking for a location called Halcyon?
No. Let me see. I'll have to ask one of our elders if he knows anything about it, and if not, if he knows a cartographer who might have that information.
Great.
There's a couple people in Ribbon who actually specialize in that kind of work,
Okay, just
historical map.
for added incentive, it the portal that goes to the basement, the damp basement that's sealed off.
Yes.
It's likely going to Halcyon, and that
Oh,
is probably a lead on Mr. Lakewood's um, great great grandfather, I believe. Possibly
his what?
um, something Mr. Lakewood asked us to look into. We're trying
Oh,
to, yeah, we're just trying to follow up on that for him too. So,
no problem. I'll see what I can find out. See if I can find any of these maps. I doubt I can get an original, but I probably can get a copy made.
okay.
Um, a card. Did you guys get them set up to making the cake and everything?
Yes,
Which,
they were making the cake. It would take 3 hours. So before I was
It should
thinking
be-
before we head back down, we can grab it.
Should we give them? I hold up the bag of ruby dust. Should we give them this or just bring that down? Maybe we should just bring this down with us, and Prestigious and them could apply it. Not
Um,
sure how this works.
Yes, I think I'm not sure if the Anati would know about the ruby dust. We can have them apply it as when we get there. Just take the cake in the dust and see how
Oh.
generous they want to be with the ruby dust.
I agree. That sounds like a good idea. Thanks for just settling my mind.
Because I don't know what ruby dust tastes like, so I wouldn't be able to
Neither did I. And when I mentioned it to
judge the
the
amount.
jeweler that we wanted the best tasting kind, he gave me a funny look. So
Oh, I'm sure that was interesting.
Hey, Eve. By the way, Brianna mentioned that they have the book that you were looking for.
Okay.
Cool.
Thanks for telling me.
You're right. I don't know if you need to pick that up or not, or if you're just gonna let
I
that
guess I
sit.
can go talk to Brandon about it.
Okay.
It's most likely it's down with the clerk.
We can pick it up on the way down, I guess.
All right. Anyone do anything else during breakfast?
We got ourselves sharpened. Did Nanette do something? Oh, what was the other thing that we did?
Nadep was with me. We set up oh guys, just so you know, we set up a order. There's going to be some people coming in and they're going to excavate that
Oh, that's right.
basement. It's going to take about a week. And
Oh.
honestly, it wasn't even that expensive. So I
Nice.
think that worked out fairly well for us.
All right.
So I'm
All right.
thinking we go ahead.
Gonna say I finish up our breakfast and head out, or is there other stops we need to make?
I don't think so.
Okay.
All right. So y'all finish eating your meals, grab your gear, and head on out. And you're gonna grab the cake.
Yeah,
Yes.
grab a cake on the way.
And
All
I've
right. The
got
cake
root.
is very large.
Oh, I would think so for a very large.
for an entire city.
It's about the size of a 3-tier wedding cake.
Oh man, that's
Can we
gonna
fit it
be-
inside the bag?
No, you can't put it inside the
We
bag
don't
of holding.
we don't want to destroy it. We pull it back out, and it's just this clump of.
Does
I-
anyone
I-
have
I-
a? Does anyone have levitate?
I mean, how did
Yes.
the Anati bring it out?
It's on a tray.
Well, then let's just use the tray.
We can
Yeah,
go
we
like
can
a
get the Anati.
palanquin style and just carry it down.
Yeah, just be careful and carry it down.
Yeah, I see in my head that it's kind of like carrying out the cake with like a big like stretcher type thing, and
Yeah, like a
we
palanquin.
see
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. The hard part is the 1-hour trek through the caves.
That's gonna be fun.
We're gonna need like a force field or something to keep.
Are
crap off the feet.
Are the
Hey,
caves?
I'm going to turn to the Anati before they walk off
Yeah.
and say, go ahead and bake us 2 more just in case.
No, you don't have to do that.
Look, we got the ruby dust, so if something does go awry, we just come and get another cake and bring it back down. Like it,
I
you
mean,
never
we
know.
can. It only takes them 3 hours. I mean,
Yeah. So
instead
3
of
hours
having-
from
instead of having 2 extra cakes just sitting up here.
now, they will not sit for long. I promise.
We'll get them delivered.
I don't even know why I'm talking to you, Nita. I'm still upset with you.
You're standing
Like I
right
said,
next. You're sitting
2
right
more.
next to him.
2 more cakes.
Nah, I'm pretty sure I sat like as far away from him as I could.
So yeah, I think we just have to be really, really careful on the trek down and through the caves, and give it to the short people so that it don't clip the ceiling or anything.
I'm
Is it
not very
possible
strong.
That we get some assistance with this. Like, can we hire 2 people just to carry it down with us? So that if
I mean, we can just carry it. We're not going to get in fights or anything. It's
okay, let's take
just-
it.
I mean, we get in
That
a
would be
fight with a
all
cake.
necessary.
That'll be an interesting battle.
Set it down really, really carefully, please.
The cakes.
All I can think of is that Gears of War level where you're having to carry the bomb out of the place.
so
But it's a
slow.
cake. But it's a cake instead.
Yeah.
So slow.
If you drop the cake, it'll explode.
All right. You made it down to the basement, and you see the clerk sitting there wondering what is going on.
Oh, I almost said happy birthday, but that would just be bad.
Book.
Happy birthday! We got a cake for you upstairs. This is just a demonstration cake.
I fake coughed and then it got real. I'm sorry.
All
I'm not coughing on the cake.
right, I'll go to the clerk and ask him about the book.
Oh, yes, the research. He turns around and pulls out 3 small books that are wrapped up.
I'll take them. I'm not gonna open them yet.
No problem. Just make sure you have those back within a week.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, so now what do I do?
Onward. We did put this on a stretcher style deal though.
How
Okay,
good
just
did the
making sure
cake
we.
look? How good did the cake look?
The cake looks great.
All right.
It's immaculately made.
Do we need to mention anything to Debbie as we go down?
I mean, we should at least let them know that we're about to bring this cake and then probably go into the ruins.
Okay.
So yeah, let's go talk to Debbie and just let them know what's going on.
Okay. All right, y'all finish letting Debbie know.
Right on to New Halcyon.
All right. You make the 1 hour trek without anything going wrong. The cake has been held nicely. The closest thing that ever happened is you heard one of the machines coming down the hallway, but y'all stood to the side and it made no problem for you.
Oh crap! Oh crap! Oh crap! He's gonna run through it.
You finally make it into town.
Okay.
And you see it is a little bustling today.
Bustling.
Did they know we were going to bring a cake?
Mm.
They a lot of them are coming in with baskets with rocks.
Ooh.
Oh,
Hmm.
yeah. They were.
Oh, because we told them about the
Yeah, the
thing.
iron or whatever, that new vein.
Who's drinking sodas?
Not me.
It's Peyton.
Definitely Peyton. Peyton.
All right. Well, let's say we go straight to drop off this cake, so nothing bad happens.
Agreed.
I guess we'll ask the first guard we find where what's his name? Lucian.
Prestigious.
Vestigius. Where Vestigius is.
Yeah, where's old Vestigial?
I mean, we would know where his like. Wouldn't
I
we
mean,
know?
he sometimes is out in the caves. He's walking the city.
Yeah, but why would we bring a cake to him?
Well, let's take
wouldn't
it to his
Oh,
his
well,
place, his abode, and we'll send
he's
a
the one
runner
that
for
mentioned
him.
the cake for.
I mean,
you know,
he asked for it directly though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not going to bring it to him if he's like standing by somebody's house again.
That's
We'll
right.
bring it to his location or his like office and whatever
Yeah.
he's.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Do you want to just do a drop-off deal?
No, I think we'll drop off the cake there, but then find him.
Okay.
That sounds
Hey,
good.
hey, you think I can get a slice of this cake if I ask them?
Do you like to eat ruby dust?
Hey,
It looks really good.
Well,
Jeez.
Nadeb
It's actually
just
pretty
ordered
tasty.
2 more. So
yeah. So
Did they take him seriously? They
They most
probably
likely
did.
would have.
I'm just trying to placate
They
Winky.
like him.
Winky, don't touch that. We've got 2 more upstairs. We did a good job getting it down here undamaged. You can have one all to yourself. Hey, I mean, maybe half of one all to yourself. I'll eat the rest.
Nah. I'll just have one slice. I'm trying to stay on. I don't want to get too big.
He's watching this figure.
I gotta be strong enough to lift my hammer. If I can't do that, I'm useless. Like, I'm
Well,
actually useless.
I hate to break it to you.
All right.
I don't know.
You find Vestigius walking through town.
Okay.
Hello, friends.
Hello, we have delivered a cake to your abode, and I have this ruby dust. Is this gonna work for what you're
That
at?
will be perfect. That is
Okay.
a lot.
I'll hand it to him.
And you notice some of the dark-skinned people looking at it like, "Ooh?" as they walk by doing their work. So he takes this dust and hands it to one of the people with him, and that person spreads it around the cake. And it's almost like giving it sparkly glitter. He coats it fairly well to the point that it's almost got a rose hue to it now. But about half the bag is left.
Mm.
We'll lean over to Winky and say, think it looks funny now. You should see what happens when it comes out the other end.
And the workers start coming up and looking at it, and he's like,
Cutting
okay.
stuff. Someone's cutting something. You hear that? It's going like.
It's just toenails.
Yeah, who's cutting their toenails?
Oh,
Kylie?
that's probably me.
Oh my goodness. That was very annoying. So
I'll put it down.
I was
No, it's
afraid
okay.
that it was my chips.
Thing.
No, your chip snacking is
A
kinda
car
annoying.
needs a fidget spinner. He's like walking through the cave.
What he's
It's
playing
actually
with
like a
his
ninja
bowstring.
star.
Yeah,
Playing with his bowstring.
yeah, it's a ninja star. So then, if we get in a battle, he's just like, what was it?
You know those fidget spinners that you put on your finger and then you spin them like on your finger? It'd be like that because the holes in the thing. Wait, Will, did a boomerang just fly above your head?
Boomerang?
Yeah, something was just like right above your head. Was it like a sandwich or a boomerang or something?
It wasn't a
It was
boomerang.
a sandwich. Yeah,
It was
totally a sandwich.
definitely a sandwich.
I feel like
Oh,
if
It's that pencil you're throwing.
oh, it looks like a boomerang. Throw it up high again, and it looks like a boomerang. If you like, don't pay attention and you just think-
Elijah, he's not just throwing it. He does it. He does it all weird with his finger.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't do it. I've tried it.
He's
I
been
got-
practicing and working on that for like 15 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not. It's not the
Really?
first. It's not the first
Really?
episode I've done stuff like that.
That's what I'm doing it right now. I mean, it's not that difficult.
I totally believe you. Oh,
Oh,
45
there
minutes.
it is. Perfect
Hey.
All right, let's get back to it now.
We also need to inform Lestigius that we have added the supplies and recipes for them to make these cakes
All the time.
in the future, so that they can do it for on a widespread basis type thing.
Are you telling us or are you telling
Or
Lucidius?
I'm telling Lestigius
Okay.
this. Yes, telling Lestigius this.
Oh,
What-
that is good. Although I doubt we'll be making any cakes of this quality anytime soon.
Practice
you
makes
guys-
perfect, sir. Practice makes perfect.
I mean, you guys can do whatever you can do, but if you ever desire one of these made in this fashion, the Anati that live within the tree, they are the ones who are able to do this. So if you do want this, you may be able to talk to one of the Order of the Keys or us for sure, and we'll try and make sure you can get one.
Yes, thank you.
Especially if we can continue this trade of things that we're finding down here that are helping us in our mission in keeping this world safe from whatever is going on with these creation stones and everything.
Yes, that is very good.
Okay, so Charles, the last thing you had said was the worker began to crowd around and
They're now getting pieces.
okay.
Lucidius, I see you started the mining operations.
Yes, since you cleared the beasts out of the way, we've had no problem going in.
Good. I was going to ask you if you had seen anything, any of the lizard men or any.
No, but we have had to be careful about those holes.
Any more spiders or spider webs?
No, we have not seen any, although, based on the evidence we found, we think that there was spiders living there until that demon came around and killed them.
Oh.
My guess is spiders lived there originally, and then that beast came.
Okay.
Is the bridge that we built back up still standing? Or did
We
y'all
have
go
not
that
gone to
far?
that side. We've stayed where the seam is.
That's probably a good place to stay. We're planning to head out that way and go into that area and head into the ancient ruins down there. So we're expecting there may be battles or fighting. So I just wanted you to be aware of that.
No problem. Okay. So y'all head down the passageway to get to there?
Yes.
Okay. It doesn't take very long. The passageway is active now and people are moving back and forth regularly. You make it to the caverns fairly quickly. It only takes about 15 minutes now that everyone's actually moving around and it's a straight path. It looks like they've whacked a few of the edges off of the path as they went to straighten it out.
Okay.
All right, so you are now at the old cavern system outside of the ancient ruins.
Cool.
And you see they have set up a little station where they have 2 or 3 of the afflicted guardians there, standing watch as the dark-skinned people are moving about and mining. Call them what they are. They're the Earth folk.
You got to show it. It's a wonderful.
So the Earth folk are mining.
Hey.
Perfect.
Very nice.
Uh,
So what do you do?
do we want to press on past them? Do we need to talk to them, or do we want to just keep on going?
I mean, they're gonna do what they're doing.
Yeah.
You don't need to bother them. But they can find out from Lystigius what we're doing.
Yeah. I'll just
I mean, unless you want to tell them, I'm not. not
wave to
worried.
them as we go past. Hi, we're heading down to the ruins.
And you get to where the rope bridge is, and they have 2 more of the afflicted people guarding it.
Oh, good.
And you notice it's 2 more that are like Lysigius,
Ah.
the most heavily mutated of them.
Hmm.
Blessed.
Empowered. I thought we came up with empowered.
We've come up with everything.
Yes,
Cool.
their word for themselves is mutated.
Okay.
They're just wrong.
Because they used to be ordinary people, and now they are hulking monstrosities of crystal and earth.
I think they're beautiful. Look at the rock structure.
Are they standing in front of or?
They're standing on either end on one side, or on
Ah.
the 2 sides. So if someone came across from the other side, you have to face both of them.
Good morning.
One of them just kind of makes a low, earthy hum, and the other one kind of says hello.
Have you seen any danger recently, or
Nothing has come out.
Okay. Well, we're heading in. Don't know how long we will be.
Good luck.
You too.
Okay, you make it into the ancient ruins.
Is this need to make a map kind of thing, or can we mark where the entrance
Right now, we're
is?
just going to talk it through.
Okay.
Okay.
But we'll be able to find our way back out. It's not like a maze or anything.
At
Could be.
this point in time, you've only seen a single passage.
Cool. Gang, let's set up our walking or our lineup here.
Are we trying to make our way through here?
Well, I figure, we're going into ancient ruins. There was a demon about. Someone set the demon here. They may have set traps and such. So,
Yeah, I'll keep watch of traps, of course.
Well, I'll use my special new earth powers. I'm gonna stomp the ground, and sonic energy is gonna go out from it and read the map of the area. Or at least
What?
or at least pretend to do so. I can't try and do a deception roll on that.
on the
You can
GM.
try.
I mean, are you saying you're doing this, or did you just stomp to the ground?
You just stomped on the ground after telling y'all that. But I
It's
have
like,
a negative
okay.
3 deception, so
So we're all going like, you don't know anything, do you?
Like you may have convinced an ordinary dimwit, but people who are of the average intelligence are like, no.
so I got
This is,
Winky right.
This is where Jane goes, man, they
No,
don't know
Winky's smart
nothing, do they?
Winky's smart enough. He's just impulsive.
It's gonna get
What
me
does
an ear
impulsive
too.
mean? What does
Act without
impulsive mean?
thinking.
Acting out? Oh.
Acting without thinking.
Oh.
It doesn't mean you're dumb. It just means you're not thinking when you're actively doing things.
Just do something. And then go,
Are you calling me impulsive?
your character is impulsive.
Are
Elijah,
you calling me?
what is it that Winky does first almost all the time?
Smash things.
There you
Yes.
go. That's impulsive.
Not to mention, you are the one wearing a little half donut on your head like a hat.
That's true. It kind of fits.
So that kind of fits the impulsive thing. Again, it's not a bad thing, it's just an observation.
Just keeps my head warm, so.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
So you were saying marching order, Will?
Yes.
What's the lighting, Charles?
There is almost no lighting, although about every 20 to 30 feet or so is a half glowing, mostly dead ancient light.
Okay. I wouldn't mind being towards the front with some dim light, dark vision. If y'all want me to do that, or
On your way in, Needip, you kick something and you trip.
Does he break his skull?
I'm gonna look down and see what I tripped on.
There's a bow laying on the ground.
A bow.
It looks
I
like
have
the
no
one that the
use-
demon was holding.
I have no use for such a weapon. I'm gonna toss it to a car. You know how to use this thing?
Absolutely. I catch it and inspect it.
All right, hold on a second.
How did we miss this?
Well, the demon
Because
just
no
kind
one
of
got the roll.
yeah. It just disintegrated, and I think we
figured everything was gone.
we just
I mean, the other thing we found in this room that was important, Winky tripped over. So
The bow
What?
looks extremely well made.
Is this just a way to get Kyrus?
You examine it.
Nah, Kyrus.
I
You
do.
do?
I want to examine it
All
and
right.
find out its properties.
You
both
notice it does
sides.
have 2 runes enchanted onto it.
Okay.
Is this a way to get him a better weapon?
Elijah, just play the game.
Yes, I want to compare this weapon to the current bow that I have.
You notice the runes look exactly the same as yours.
Oh, nice. Well, I guess I just
Check to make sure. Can't remember off the top of my head anymore. No, actually, it has 1 rune that yours does not have. Your bow has 1 rune. This bow has 2 runes, but
So
you
does
don't
it-
know what the runes are.
Okay.
Could I take a look?
Devi would know. Devi would know.
I've got magical crafting, so
I
I
have
could-
magical.
I
To make an
powers.
Arcana check and try to identify it.
I would. Or I may be able to take a look at that if you're having some trouble.
Yes, if you don't mind.
Ooh,
I could
not great.
I could also try to help you if need be. Oh, but you might need.
I think
You,
they'll-
because you've got runes of the kind on your weapons, you recognize the runes as a +1 striking rune on that bow.
Oh, this has a better chance to hit things.
Yeah, absolutely.
And your current bow has just +1 on it.
Yeah. So I'm gonna probably swap out this bow with my composite longbow.
Do you need me to
You need
store your
that.
old one? I have a bag of holding.
Yes, you do.
Yes, that'd probably be good. And We'll
Okay.
store the old bow.
Was I able to figure out what the second rune was?
That's the 2 runes.
You already
Plus
knew what the
one.
one was.
Plus
Yeah.
one and a-
Oh,
+1 and
Okay.
then +1 strike.
got it. So, yeah, +1 potency.
Yeah.
See. See, senor.
Mhm.
Can I
Pedro.
um am I wearing a belt? Can I just say
You're
I'm
not
wearing a
wearing
belt?
pants.
Yeah.
You suddenly look down and
I'd
find out you're
I'd
not
like to
wearing pants.
take my belt off and ask him to cast light on the belt,
I'll do that.
and then
for
I'll
you
wear
guys.
the belt. I really-
Okay.
Okay.
You are.
I'm lit up like a Christmas tree, guys.
Eve, did he have to take his belt off to do that?
No, he didn't.
Okay, I was just making sure.
You know me.
Actually, yeah, because if she cast light while he was wearing the belt, he would still be wearing it, so all of him would be light.
That's what I was assuming.
All right, then we got
that's a good.
some more
that's a good thing.
understanding.
I'm also going to move forward closely behind Nadep because I also have low light vision,
Oh,
so that we can try to see things, coming before.
you haven't really discussed what you were bringing to the party. So are you? That's good
Are
to
you able
know.
to identify traps as well, or
I don't remember what that one was for.
Thievery, I think it was.
You could, if you've got thievery, you can do that. But
Yes,
I
I do
have
have.
the
I do
skill.
have thievery. Yes, I can.
I have a
can
skill
identify
for it as
traps and
well.
things.
So let's let him try for a bit. I'll back up his viewing now.
All right. Natalia, do you have? You don't have any low light. Those are the only two.
No,
No, Winky had something too, doesn't he?
Winky has low light.
Nadep has
low light.
dark vision,
Nadep has dark vision.
I can
Correct.
have dark vision for an hour.
and
So
a
I'm not
car
gonna put,
has
not
low
gonna make
light.
that happen until I need it.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Whoever needs to be in the light, I guess, can hang out with me, and then yeah, we'll just I'll let a car, Winky, and Adept suss out who's going to be in what position.
or do we want to use the bait tactic? Send you ahead since you're lit up, and let us hang out,
Just trip all the traps and everything.
and we'll
Why
we'll
don't,
just
why
come to
don't
save
you
you.
Dude, why don't you do that since we can't see as well as you?
Yeah, you've
Well,
got
then we
that
wouldn't-
that map the ground thing,
Or-
don't you?
And
Yeah, you already know where we're
Yeah.
going and everything, right?
core is the light for a lot of people in here, so
Yeah, because then y'all would have to move up with core. So
yeah, we would have to move up. Everyone else would have to move up with core.
If core gets attacked, we won't know what happens.
Until you
would,
stumble
because
upon
we're so
my
dark.
bloody remains.
That is lighted up.
All right, so we'll go first. Keeping an eye out for any strange secret doors or anything in the rock, or
So it's Nadep and a core. Then core and who?
well, I
Probably
think it's
me.
Neat Up in a car, then Winky, then Core, Atala, and Eve.
And I want to be, and our group will be
Eve is
just.
looking
I
at the
still don't have a belt yet.
So what?
I still don't have a belt yet, guys, so I can't be in the back.
Make sure you're in the middle.
Yeah,
Yep,
just
you gotta-
flip Atala and Eve.
You're gonna put me in the back.
Sure.
You said that you were giving up your trap finding duties for a little bit.
I didn't say I was giving them up. I said I'll back them up and make sure
Oh,
that.
okay.
But I can't
But-
see in the dark, so
Well,
Do
that's
we
why
put
you're with
Core-
our
do
group.
we put Core in the very back?
Yeah.
So that if he gets snatched, it gets
Are
dark.
you wearing a belt? You don't want to wear a belt because you want to be able to hide.
You may want to have Winky in the back because his low light vision would be able to see
Ah.
further in the back.
Yeah, that'll
Okay.
work.
Winky,
Someone
back
would
of the
put his
line.
back to see if anything's following you,
Yes, that would be nice.
and
Would
to
you
be
have-
first line if something comes up from behind.
There you go.
And if we have to run away, you're the one that has to protect all of us.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Needup, Akar, Kor, Hatala, Eve, Winky.
Correct.
All right, I'm gonna have to hold on for a minute because I just got in at work finally.
Okay, I'm gonna go use the bathroom.
Bada
I'm gonna
Same.
break,
get some food.
bada break.
Let me figure out.
What's up?
My sound just cut out. Huh? Oh.
Some Cheetos.
you guys happen to, or I guess more for Eve and Derek, you guys happen to work on the group pick page thing at all?
No.
Cool.
Never happened.
Nice.
I asked her right before we got in the session, and she had forgotten about doing the figures. And I've been kind of mostly off of my PC during my free time.
Word,
For 5 days.
Y'all, I just freaked out. Oh my gosh.
The
There's
dog.
Yeah.
The dog. I was sitting here and I was playing with Rylan, and we were just chilling. And I look over there, and it scared the crap out of me.
This was under my desk, and all I could see was this little foot over to the side, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, there's a person down there."
It's like that stupid YouTube video that Asher watched with that stupid hand.
as
Oh,
long
we
as
probably should throw it.
You're
It's gonna be
so
back
weird.
now.
yeah, as long
If
as we
that
don't
happens, and y'all, if I just like run, you know what happened.
as long
I'm
as we're
out.
not upgrading the gnome to the Dawling.
Oh gosh, no, thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Neetup, you're gonna have to let us know when you're back, dude.
I'm back. Sorry, I've been sitting here the whole time. I never left.
Is that Tim? Kylie's working on it right now. Do the girly hair for real. No, I was kidding. I'm kidding. Yeah, that looks good.
With the bald.
There's a bald spot?
That's the bald.
Oh no, I couldn't tell. Yeah, don't do that.
All right, I am back. So we have our layout. Are you going to be walking in pairs or in single file? Corridor's wide enough.
I'd say if it's wide enough, we'll probably try and go in pairs.
Okay.
Okay.
Actually, we should do more of a diamond shape. Like
Why not a trapezoid?
one like a 1-2-2-1. So like one person in the front, then 2-2, and then one in the back.
So like a diamond defense in
Well,
soccer.
remember, it's just you two
Yeah.
up front with a low light.
Yeah, y'all are gonna have to be like a certain amount of feet ahead of us.
That's true.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Just remember, if the passage is big enough for two people to walk side by side, that means we're covering more ground, which means there's more traps that we could potentially set off. So, as long as a car is watching one side and Hatal is watching the other, I would be okay with it.
Yeah. Right now I have it set that it's Nadip and a card in the front, Core and Eve in the middle, and Winky and Natala taking up the rear.
Okay. That's fine.
And yeah, before we really start moving any further, I want to check and see if there's any traps.
All right. Go ahead and make the first roll. Just
That would be
click the thievery button.
thievery.
Okay. So far, you're pretty sure there are no traps where we are at.
Well, hope I'm right, guys.
Y'all move down the corridor a little bit, and we've just passed that room that the y'all found the creature was living in, and you get to a point where the walls choke together. And there is a choke point where there at one point was a door, but the door has been completely obliterated.
Was I here?
Can we tell if it was done by like magical means or if it was like a chemical, like acid or something like that? Or
There's not enough left over of the door to tell.
okay,
Was
I was
it a
definitely
wooden
here.
door or stone door? Or...
It was an ancient stone door.
Oh, nope, wasn't here.
It's mostly powder at this point.
Well,
How did they
somebody-
break it though?
Well, possibly the same way that Lastigius did it. Even one of them could have come down here and did it, maybe. Or something else down here is infected with creation stones.
Yeah, but
Enough-
even
with enough
even
power.
Fastidious, he made rubble. It wasn't complete vapor. It wasn't completely vaporized. There was still rubble. So
I mean, if they went to town on it,
It's still something that's able to destroy ancient stone.
yeah.
I mean, it could be
And-
pole balls for all we know.
At this choke point, you notice that the a car. You go ahead and make a lore check. You have the lore that you have.
where is that one located?
It's underneath the same.
Should be
same
under
page
skills.
Avery's at.
Down near the bottom, it'll say lore, and then whatever your lores are beside it.
Okay, warfare. Yeah. Oof.
You know enough to know that this was a checkpoint that guards would stand behind this door and only allow people through if they were allowed in.
Ah, okay.
And it was made out of this ancient stone, which means they had nothing to fear out of ordinary magic. So whoever was securing this place had high security.
Ooh. High security means good loot.
does the layout look familiar to the layout of the security stations in the Lonely Mountain?
That's exactly what I was about to ask.
It does not.
Okay.
This entire facility is nothing but ancient stone. So everything is rounded and smooth and very, very old. In fact, the stone here is probably closer to 3,000 years old, if not more.
That's a lot of years.
Mm-hmm.
So there's nothing that would look like an area where there would be one of those mirrors like we were found.
No.
Okay.
A car, just so that you understand what these ancient walls look like, the Nordic ruins in Skyrim,
Okay.
that smooth stone, that's what these look like.
Okay. Yeah. That's kind of what I was picturing in my head, but thanks for the confirmation.
Yeah, most of the Dwarven runes were much more structured and more like the Dwemer runes.
Gotcha.
Okay, and then not 10 feet down past this, you notice a point for more armed guards to be stationed. But this time they have seats and things like that. But the seats have mostly turned to mush over the ages. So you're guessing, based on what you were looking and everything, Akar, there probably was 6 to 8 people stationed at this door at all times.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's some high security for sure.
This door was important.
And now you notice there is a doorway to the right.
Okay. Does the path keep going
The
onward?
passageway still goes, but there's a doorway on the right side of the passage as well.
Okay.
The door is mostly closed.
Mostly closed, so it is open, so it's not locked or anything. Do you guys want to check out what's in this room here?
Just be careful if you decide to open it. Make sure you check for traps, and if you're not sure,
Well,
No.
I've never been down here before, so I'm
I'm
leaning towards your guys' judgment. So, Nadette, do you think it's worth checking this door, or is there something that might just keep pressing on?
Hey, Hatala, come do your stuff.
Did you say that with any kind of venom?
No.
All right, I did. I'm gonna go do it.
If Winky gets kidnapped, I blame Needip. Just saying.
All right,
I
I'm gonna.
am like evaluating Carr right now and seeing how he's doing as far as I'm trying to take inventory of what his assets are. And so
Considering this is his first time going down in an ancient ruin, pretty good so far.
yeah, definitely. But I
Alright,
was
I'm
interested
gonna-
to see if he was going to take the risk of checking for trap himself or letting somebody else more attuned to
Ooh.
it do it.
Yes. I mean, I'm pretty good in thievery, but I don't know. I'm also taking account of you guys and seeing whose abilities are, exceed my own.
Well,
That's a trap
there's
check.
nothing. Atala's kind of ground floor as far as thievery goes, so we'll see how she does, and we'll go from there.
All right. You are certain there is no trap, but you are certain there is something leaning up against the door.
All right, so a car, it's not trapped, but there's something against the door, so you're gonna need to be very careful when opening it. I check for traps. I don't really open them.
Okay. Yeah.
Now that the light is here, you can see the door is cracked enough, and it looks like there's a statue on the other side of the door.
A very large statue is what I'm assuming as well.
Human shaped,
Human shaped. Okay.
not human size.
Yes.
We got some strong people back here. Not me though.
This door doesn't look like it's like a has lots of locks and bolts and things on it on this side, does it?
No, it
Is-
is not.
Is this door made of ancient stone?
No, it is not.
So is
It
this
is a regular metal.
so is this a push-in door or like a pull
It's a
door?
push in.
What side of the hinge is on?
The
Right.
inside.
We got to know if we got to push or pull
It's a
because if you
secured
pull,
hinge.
something falls on you.
If we stop looking at the statue, does it move?
No.
It
Do
is a statue.
Do the hands move on the statue?
No.
Oh,
You can't see the hands. You only see the face.
You know why I asked though.
Yes.
are there 3 statues?
Oh. You see 3 statues before you. 3 hours later.
So the door is ajar inward, but there's
With
a
the
statue.
statue leaned up against it.
So it's going to need a not a stealth check, a strength check to push the statue off of the door.
I mean, we can just ask Winky to bring his key up here.
Yeah. That's true.
That would make a god awful amount of noise.
Yeah, we don't want to bring anything
and
to
that-
us.
And
Giant
that,
anvil being swung at a metal door.
yeah. And that statue may be worth a little bit of coin.
How much of a crack do we have here?
About 3 inches.
Because what I'm thinking is that something or someone held up in this room and used the statue to bar the door. So they possibly were hiding or protecting themselves from something. And I don't think that something would be inside the door with the statue leaning up, or that something could have knocked the thing onto the door. So
Is there any way we can get something through the opening and then pivot the statue back up?
Does it look like the statue itself is what's blocking the door?
It looks like the statue is like this up against the door.
Did anyone bring their 10-foot pole?
Is there
I don't
anything-
wanna-
Keep in a bag of holding.
What's that?
That's the kind of thing you keep in a bag of holding.
Yeah, but we didn't get one. Is there anything around the room that we could use to leverage it up?
There's
A
enough
piece.
room to stick your hand in.
No,
Yeah, but is there anything in the guard room that we could actually utilize
Just
to
use your
push through the opening?
just use your scabbard and just
I don't want to break my sword.
your
You're either
scabbard.
going to have to use your hand or find something much more substantial than a scabbard.
That's why I'm looking through the room trying to find something that we can
There's
use.
some old rotten benches if you want to try that.
Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna work.
No, they're basically mush.
Yeah, they kind of.
There's no like metal beams or
It is
anything.
moist in here.
There's what?
It is moist in here.
One of my fears is we try to push the door or push the like.
In
push
fact,
the
I'll
door,
notice now
it'll
that you've
fall
gone
over.
past the choke point that the humidity has gone up.
Yeah, why is it wet? We don't hear any water, do we? Like a stream or a waterfall?
Not
Or
right this minute.
it has the humidity always been this high?
Not before you entered this area. The air's been very dry in the caverns.
Hmm. A car? Do you sweat a lot?
Usually, yeah. That is the thing, yeah.
Go on alert, guys. Head is on the swivel. Don't know what's making the air damper here. I'll go weapons out just in case.
I mean, we probably could just ram the door, but that would probably make a whole lot of noise.
Yeah.
Charles,
So-
if I look through the gap, can I see anything beyond the statue, or is it just so big that you can't see beyond it?
The statue is only around the statue's feet would you be able to see past it.
So
Is
we
it-
can't really see inside of it.
Is the gap big enough for my arm to fit through?
Anyone can fit up to about their elbow in.
All
Only Winky could fit further than that.
Winky, do you want to do it? Otherwise, I'm just gonna shove it.
Charles, I'd like to. If Winky's not gonna do something specific, I'd like to use a spell.
What about with my armor? Am I still able to do it with my armor?
Your arm size is small enough that even with your armor, you could reach in up to your elbow, all the way up to your armpit, just about.
Okay, I guess we'll do that.
So you're gonna try to shove it aside.
Yeah.
It's
All right,
gently.
make an athletics check.
Scythe blade comes down and chops your arm off.
I didn't see a trap.
Like, make a what check? Acrobatic?
Athletics.
No, athletics.
Heave ho!
All right, you manage to push. The statue teeters for a second, falls over, and shatters. And it makes a good bit of noise. And the door is now free.
Did I do good?
I don't know. Do you see anything in there?
Do I?
I mean, you got
You
the
push
statue.
the door
moved.
open.
Yeah.
All right, when you push the door open, you're looking in what looks like a barracks room with a bunch of old rotten beds in the middle.
I head in first.
But about 2 or 3 of the beds have been totally torn to shreds.
So,
Need it. You go first. Need it. Need it.
Using my knowledge of survival, like tracking and things like that, can I tell if this was a creature? Like, are there claw marks in the destroyed material, or maybe?
The bed does look like it was clawed to pieces.
Okay. Can I tell by the number of claws what type of animal it was?
Not certain, but you do notice that there is a large hole in the middle of the room.
Okay. Hey guys, there's a giant hole over here. Let's look at this and see if we can tell.
There's a pit in
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, watch out if Winky's behind you near a pit.
It looks like something tunneled up from under the ground,
Ah,
right where the beds were.
Need it, but I won't push you in.
hey Winky, it's your time to shine. Maybe there'll be some small burrowing animals for you to talk to.
Did
The hole's about 6 feet across,
That thing
Oh,
can be small.
Not so small.
That's a big hole.
Could you?
and the floor is made of ancient stone.
Oof.
So does it
Is-
look like
whatever-
someone tried to bar themselves inside with the statue, and then something came up beneath them? Like, is there?
That's what it looks like.
Does it look
Where-
like there's
where the
blood,
ancient
old
stone is
blood
broken-
stains on the beds?
At this point in time, you wouldn't notice a bloodstain if you tried.
Nice.
Does the ancient stone look busted up like when Lestigius did it, or does it look like the door that we passed by?
It looks like it was hacked through from the bottom and then exploded outward and inside of the room.
So can this thing go through stone but not through metal doors?
But this isn't what they were keeping from themselves.
Oh,
I don't think.
so you're saying there's a couple of different timelines going on?
I don't know about that, but I think something was trying to get in through the door and they barred it, and then something else came through the floor. That's my guess.
Yeah.
Because I'm just thinking of
Now the beds were destroyed, so maybe they caught him sleeping. You said there was 2 beds?
There's
3.
like 12 beds in the room.
two
but
or
3 of
three
them
are
were shredded.
torn to shreds.
Right.
The 3 that were closest to the hole.
Do we see any old armor or anything else around this room? Can we inspect the room?
Yeah, definitely
All right.
want to look around. see if
Once you
there's
come
anything
into
of
the
interest.
room and fully light everything up, you can tell that there are no signs of armor, but there are signs of maybe 2 other statues in the room.
No, 3 statues.
2 other statues.
So 3
in
total.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of them is now shattered. So.
But the other 2 are in much worse state of repair.
All right.
One of them you only see legs, and the other one is just broken into large hunks.
Nice.
Do these look like human-sized beds or door-sized beds or halflings? Or they're
They are
all
perfectly human-sized,
okay? And the statues are human-sized, or the
except
statues?
for one bed, one corner.
Ooh,
That bed in that corner has been reinforced and is about twice the size in length and width.
mm-hmm. Does it look like
Your
they're-
guess is a large humanoid who slept in that bed.
Yeah. Do they have any foot lockers,
What-
or all those destroyed?
Looking.
There looks like there's some material that could have been wooden foot lockers at the base of each bed, but those are in even worse repair than the rest of the room.
Okay.
It looks like many of them may have been smashed long ago. And there's a lot more moisture in this room. In fact, you can smell water from the hole.
Hmm.
Can we people with below light vision, can we appear over the hole and see how far down, if I could see
The hole goes about 10 or 15 feet down and then starts to turn, and you can see a small lapping of water in there. Your guess is as it angles down, it's flooded.
that would explain the humidity,
where
the moisture.
where you said that the bed was reinforced, what is it reinforced with? Like
It's
what
made out of
materials?
much higher quality wood. In fact, that bed is not rotten.
It's pre-treated lumber.
All
Is
the
it-
bedding material is rotted away, but the frame of the bed is made of some kind of wood that's very resistant to rot and much sturdier than ordinary wooden beds.
Is this something we could take apart and then put into bag of holding for later use?
Most likely. It's basically just wooden timbers of really strong, resilient wood that's a couple thousand years old.
Well, Core, it
Just
looks
do it.
like I've got you
Just to sell
at
it.
least some kind of 10-foot pole over here, a couple of them.
Okay.
If we want to take this apart and slip it in your bag there.
You notice the bed is made of full wood joinery, so there's actually no screws or nails or
Yeah.
anything like that. You just have to knock out wedges and you can take it apart.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
That's fantastic.
I like the
I've got-
craftsmanship on this.
I've got a hammer and a
You don't see any
crowbar.
tippling marks.
So would I be able to go ahead and dismantle it?
Make a crafting check.
Okay.
She's doing this all with her jeweler's hammer.
No. I have a real hammer. Now that I've got a plug of holding, I can actually carry this stuff.
All right, it only takes you about 30 minutes to disassemble that whole thing. And you notice at one point you swung errant and hit the wood resoundingly with the hammer, and the hammer just skidded off it like it was metal.
Yo, this material is awesome.
Hey, Def, do you have any idea what kind of trees this was?
Make a nature check.
I would be happy to take a look. Let's see.
You can think of about 2 species of wood that might have this density and strength in this age, but only one of them that could also withstand the rot, and it is a cousin of the ironwood tree. It's an ironwood tree that grows in a swampy area, so it is known for being extremely resilient, but it's not from this side of the world.
Oh, they call this that swamp iron tree. It's pretty resilient wood. Good find. Doesn't grow over here from the other side of the world.
Interesting. All right,
Sounds
so we
expensive.
take those pieces apart, put them in Core's bag of holding.
All right.
So, do we want to explore the hole, or do we want to continue on down the path? Because I think we've cleared this room pretty thoroughly. Does anybody else have any questions or anything?
We have in the past performed dropped Winky into holes and wells. I'm not excited
loves
about
it.
dropping him somewhere where there's potentially
Enemies.
It's
enemies.
potentially flooded. Yeah. it's
Or
also-
or something big enough to make this hole.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's also flooded about 15, 20 feet down as it turns. So
Let's go fishing with Winky. Come on. Just tie a rope on him, throw him in. We'll pull him back out if something tugs on it.
Is Winky paying
Winky,
attention?
how do you feel about this?
Paying attention, and I don't want to do this.
Probably the smartest thing Winky's ever said.
I can't believe.
I'm just surprised
you
he hasn't
didn't say
thrown
something
something down
sooner.
the hole yet.
Yeah,
It's like trying to-
let's not.
Oh, there we go.
Bards and percussion instruments.
So who's going to be lead singer? Is that?
Oh, actually, I think Kylie's got the whole band figured out over here.
Oh, sweet. We're up to
If she can
dig
get it
deep in
pulled up,
this.
it's probably going to take her too long to get to the.
That's
thing.
all right. We got plenty of time.
No.
We'll have another opportunity.
Yeah.
All right, there we go.
I'm pretty sure Winky didn't throw anything into the hole because a car already looked down it and figured out how deep it was, so he didn't have to do his math.
Well, I mean, every single hole we've come across, he's done that.
Yeah. Please don't throw anything in the hole. It might stir up trouble with something that made it. We don't know.
Yeah, see, here's the thing. In Tolkien, they threw something in the lake, and then the squid thing attacks them. And then they threw something in the well, and then the big old Balrog came. So
Yeah.
don't throw stuff in holes.
Don't throw stuff in holes.
It's a good survival technique,
Fool of a took.
especially in a fantasy environment. All right, so what do y'all do? You don't see any other exits to this room.
No other exits. There's no murals or anything on the walls.
If there were, they are completely aged away.
Cool. All right.
And this is ancient stone, and it's still aged away. Or is this? All right.
Everything that's not
So
ancient
far,
stone
you
besides the
haven't
bed.
found anything that's not ancient stone.
All right.
Very, very
I'm-
old.
I'm probably gonna ask it 1,000 times.
Yeah.
Any room we go in.
Yeah, I think we continue on down the path, leave the room, and continue searching
Okay.
in our same order.
All right. As you continue on down further, you notice that there is a small, odd-shaped lump of stone on the ground near you.
Like to take a look at said stone.
You really can't identify it. But it's definitely not the stone of the walls. It's like a big rock of some kind. It may have been carved. You don't know.
just out of place.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use detect magic to look at it.
Okay. Unfortunately, because of all the ancient walls, there's so much magic in the area, you don't notice anything more than the background. Because every one of these walls has a faint hum when you're detecting.
I note that down as a thing. Ancient walls make detect magic suck.
That and every single person here glows like a light bulb when you're doing it.
Yeah. Wait, so I can see. God.
All right, you travel on a little bit further.
We just walk by this weird stone. I don't feel comfortable at this.
You are starting to see moss and lichen growing on the walls and a vine root every now and then going along the hallways. And the moisture is getting worse.
I'm liking this interior decorating. It's really my feel right here.
Nadep, are we sloping down at all, or is this?
You have been sloping downward.
What does your dwarf foot tell us?
That it longs to that we're going downwards.
Thank you.
He feels a slight pressure in his ankle. And he knows that the barometric pressure is lowering.
All right. You see a pair of doors on each side of the hallway as it continues on going forward.
Look, there are a pair of doors.
And both are made of metal and both are closed.
They're both made of metal and they're closed.
Which one
Okay.
do we check first, guys?
Well, are they like two separate doors or like a double door situation?
One on either side of the hallway, and the hallway continues going forward.
Okay.
We only want to open one. Let's not repeat.
Not
the Lonely
do the
Mountain
not do the
incident.
2-door.
Oh,
Let's not
situation.
open every
Really
door
deep.
scenario.
One door at a time. One door at a time.
We open the left door.
Exactly what I was thinking. Do you want me to check it over first, guys?
Sure.
Trap check.
All right. You are fairly certain that there is nothing with these doors other than the fact that they're kind of rusty shut. For the one you're looking at.
All right, I tell them that.
You notice that there is a hole for a key, but it doesn't look like it was locked.
So it's just kind of stuck closed.
Hey, Winky, take a.
That's just the left door, or both of them have a hole for a key?
Both of them do have a hole, but you can easily see.
Okay.
So, Winky, you need to put some kind of cloth over your hammer, and then just give it a nice good knock. Should reduce the sound.
You don't want to just try your shoulder or the door handle?
Yeah, okay. I guess you could do it that way.
Whoever wants to needs to make an athletics check.
I give Winky a helping shoulder.
All right. Both of you make athletics check.
I'll make an athletics check too and help.
I've got to get a belt.
Between the three of y'all manage to break the rust free and the door finally creaks open.
Well, if there's something in there, then know we're here.
Oh gosh.
I feel like I'm doing like a Care Bear stare with my light, just.
As you push the door open, something small comes running out really quick.
Can I tell
Scream
what
like
it
a
is?
girl.
The three of y'all pushing didn't even notice a car. Make a perception check.
9.
You're not certain exactly what you saw, but it may have been a rat. Slightly larger than normal, but still radish in size.
Quick, Kylie. Quick, Eve.
There's
Send
something like a rat that was what ran out and skittered over my feet. It was kind of gross.
What? What happened?
A rat just skittered over my feet.
Which way did it go?
It went off into the distance. I think it followed down the path, or it went back up the way we came.
Yeah, it did.
I'm not gonna worry myself too much about that. If it came out of there, though, what's in there?
All right. Hold on 1 second, because I've just been told to test again. So
Cool.
let me mute this again.
So now we can discuss Barge while he's on screen.
Wait, what?
I think he muted us and him.
He definitely himself.
Oh, is he doing something for work?
So what do you guys think I should stealth into the room? I have a stealth of plus 13.
Do you think you should stealth into the room?
I mean, just to kind of scout it out to see what possibly might be there, since I have low light vision and I have stealth. So I just don't roll a 1.
I think we need to figure out what's in the room first.
It's gonna happen at some point.
Yeah, we need to figure out how far we can see into the room. But I just want to let you guys know that I have a fairly high stealth, so we can use that.
I'm good on stealth too. So if we ever need to tag team that.
Yeah.
I forgot about the athletics boost. I keep forgetting about the belt.
I do have some pretty awesome close combat abilities with my dual wield and my roots and things. If we get into it. If I'm scouting, it's a problem. Yeah, kerfuffle.
Fuffle.
I mean, I say do your stealth thing just so you get a chance to do it.
Yeah.
This is a safe bet time to try it out.
I'm gonna go ahead and stealth, and then if need be, I'm gonna just
Yeah.
That way I'm already stealth. They see you guys, but not me. I'm hiding behind knee depth over there. Fairly just crouching down, hiding behind this big white dwarf with a burly beard.
Yeah,
Well,
that would be impressive.
as long
for
as
you to
you
do. I imagine your character is quite big. I don't know why, but
as long as you stay outside of the ring of light from core, you should be in shadow and be able to stealth fine. So
Yeah.
if you want to stay up at that height.
well,
And I'll
we
stealth,
can't
so.
hear you if you think we can.
I just say I can step outside of position so that it doesn't interfere or it aids his vision.
How much have you said that we didn't hear?
That was about it.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'm gonna take a break while you do that real quick.
Do.
Who does what?
Do.
I thought he was stealthing.
No, Charles is doing
Charles
work
has
right
to do
now.
a thing. I gotcha.
So he was just talking like, "What do you guys think I should do?" kind of thing,
Okay.
and offered up stealthing in there, and I was like, you know what, just go for it, because
Yeah.
why not?
I was thinking earlier, like he can check the door to see what kind of rolls he gets, and then you can check doors just so we can get some confidence going.
I mean, it might.
'Cause
I was surprised Charles let me check both doors at once. To be perfectly honest.
yeah, I know he said it. We'll see if it.
Yeah, when we go back, when we go back to the other Dora car, after we deal with this room, you check that for traps. Even though he said that Hitala says neither of the doors are trapped, that's not normal for Charles. So we'll go ahead and say you're going to check it
Okay.
as we head to that other door. So you get a chance to do that too.
Yeah.
He may be like, "Oh, Hatala already checked it. It's fine." But
Yeah.
and if that's the case, okay,
Because
whatever.
I'm not sure how the detect traps works. If it's like a cone in front of you, or if it's like a radius type.
Well, because we don't have any actual visuals with this, obviously he can't really force that upon us. So traps there is a modicum of field of vision, but because it's all theater of the mind, we just have to trust that he's going to think about that
Yeah.
and not be like, "Oh, you weren't close enough to it yet."
Exactly.
You looked at
Alright,
the door, but you were 7 feet away, not 5.
Yeah. And just outside of that, at 7 feet, you couldn't see the two traps sitting 2 feet from the inside of the door.
Exactly.
I mean, if you roll a 1, that's possible, but
Exactly.
Or if we
But-
go back to you found the first trap, but you didn't find the second trap, and you get hit
Yeah.
by the scythe blade.
Schmack.
Whack.
but yeah.
So some of the best parts about like not metagaming is getting a lot of role play mixed in with it. Like if you feel like your character, if you're thinking about stealthing, just go with it, and bring the party that direction with that decision, because it really starts making it more immersive.
Gotcha.
I like to do that as well. I'm really bad about metagaming and kind of talking
Yeah,
through
he
stuff. And so I think part of me saying this is kind of saying it to myself as well.
That's good. That means you're learning. I mean, I don't know how many times you frustrated me with like, "Can I do this kind of role for this?" And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Dude."
Just say you do this thing, and then when Charles goes, "Okay, roll," then you roll. But
And then
like,
it's like you have like a 50-50 chance that Charles is just gonna be like, "Yeah, you find this. You don't even have to roll." But if you go, "Can I roll this?" Oh, you're rolling.
yeah,
He
All
may
right.
also decide that it's a different role too.
Yeah.
And sometimes you can argue that a role might be used in place of another role because if you have a good explanation, I'll allow it usually.
Now, yeah, that's a good point. That if and see, actually, that Charles, that's one of the things that excites me about the one shots, because I get to watch you play, and I see how you interact with the DM, and I'm like, okay, so this is something we can actually do.
Behind the mask.
So what you're saying is we need to play some more one shots with Charles so that we can add to our repertoire of what we can do.
Possible.
Yeah, it's always good to get
I've-
ideas. Yeah.
I have kind of shot my wad in the fact that I've actually explained that is
Yeah.
a possibility. So Charles is going to now overthink his one-shot plays and be like, "Oh, I don't want to do that because I don't want to give them the idea that they can do that in my game." Or he can be like, "Hey guys, Payton's game is different from mine, so you can't do this."
Sorry, no.
All right. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now that you're looking in the room, you are looking in what you can only describe as a ruined living room.
Before we move into the room, I want to go ahead and stealth,
Go ahead and make your stealth check.
just in case.
You are fairly certain that you are as stealthy as can be.
Wait.
Hey Eve, do you want to make sure that this is not an unliving room, and see if there's any undead in here?
I would if I knew how to do that.
You don't have detect.
Evil
Maybe.
or
Nope.
undead or
Maybe that's me.
I mean, you'd think a cleric would have something akin
Yeah.
to that, but
I believe it's one of the spells she can learn, but I don't think it's one of her daily prepared spells.
right. That would make sense too.
And I doubt it's in Forge for me, even if I have it, because I haven't used it.
do we see any rat holes or burrow holes?
Yes,
Or
this
some-
has the walls have been chewed through by the rats in several places.
Is this the ancient stone walls the rats are chewing through?
That is correct.
We need to get some of these teeth, guys.
Yeah.
I'm noticing that are there any pieces of the stone like a small piece that could fit in my hand?
Yeah, you can find a couple little fragments like that.
If I find them, and am I able to break them or anything like that?
Nope.
Not even with my hammer if I tried that.
Nope.
But yet the rats are
Even the
still getting
pieces
to-
are still as strong.
That's
Atala,
all I wanted to check.
Atala, what if we caught a rat and killed it, and then you can get some teeth and maybe use their teeth as chisel tools?
I'm gonna be honest. You made me a little sick just saying that.
I mean, you were trying to just throw an idea.
I was trying to see if these walls were going bad. I was thinking maybe that things were getting through these walls because they weren't as powerful as the others that we came to.
If you notice the rat holes, there's only like one rat hole in each wall.
Are these burrowing animals, or are they just?
He can
Rats
talk to
burrow.
any animals.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be just burrowing animals anymore. He can talk to any.
Okay.
Yeah, he could talk to any animal.
Because I talked to Eve's rat and that wasn't burrowing, so.
But technically, rats kind of are burrowing, but not.
Yeah.
Owls wouldn't let me talk to rat yet, so I decided to do that.
Well, you
Yeah.
might go over to one of the holes in the wall and call to the things.
Gonna-
It
I'm-
doesn't really work that way.
He just yells in it. Come here, rat.
The way it works is he talks directly
whispers.
with his mind to them.
Oh.
It's not that he suddenly speaks their language. It's that when he's looking at them, he can converse with them as if they did speak the same language.
Need what you? I'll
I
talk to
follow
them, but you'll need to lure them out. What you to do is put your face in the hole and go.
Are you trying to convince me?
You notice one of the holes. It looks a little odd.
Who noticed that?
Winky.
Someone.
I will.
It says-
Take
You roll the dice to determine
I'll
who did
take
it.
a close. I'll take a closer look.
Someone.
And it was Nida.
All
Oh,
right.
dang it.
So I'll go get a little closer to the hole and take a closer look to see why it looks funky.
You notice there's
Wait.
some remnants of a vine in the hole.
Ah. So this looks like it might have been done by roots.
It's a
It
dead
looks like it may have been a root that pierced through the wall, and then the rats chewed through the root.
I'm gonna try and pick the little piece of the root out and see if I can examine it and see if it looks like any type of wood I might recognize.
It
The vine is a dead app.
make a reflex save.
Ooh, he's about to die. I bet it's acid.
All right, you managed to grab it and pull it out, and you almost got your hand caught on a prickler when you pulled it out.
Ah.
It looks like this is a bramble,
It's got them short, pointy things on it.
but your guess is before this thing got dried and desiccated, it was probably about 3 inches across. The vine was, and it's nowhere near a root.
So these vines were actively pushing through the ground.
And through
Yep.
the walls.
And through ancient stone.
Are there any cracks in the vines? I feel like we would have noticed that. But
It's desiccated at this point, so you really can't tell.
Are there any leaves from the vine?
No,
Really?
they've all fallen.
Hey, you do know Vine is dead.
what in God's name are you doing, Kylie?
So is Ira's son.
Thank you, Kylie. Thank you.
No, you didn't.
So I
I
want
didn't
to
think that.
the rest of the room and see if there's anything else that we
There
can
are
see.
3 other doors in this room.
Oh no, more doors.
Oh god.
Doors
These
here.
doors are wooden.
I smashed these doors. I haven't smashed anything
But
in
it looks like
ages.
they've been oiled with something that protected them from rotting.
Wait.
Do we want to see if they're locked or trapped?
Trap.
One of the doors has
Okay.
no indication of any mechanism of any kind. It just has a handle.
Okay, I'll try the handle.
And the door carefully swings open, and eventually you're left with a. You're looking at what probably was a kitchen at some point.
Why are you
Oh.
clapping?
Sorry, sorry.
Wow.
That's what
what's
I just
funny?
saw as I looked over at her laugh, and I was like, "No, you didn't." when that was all happening, that's what I saw.
Elijah,
you
you're
guys
not in the chat.
Okay, so
Why?
what's going on with this door?
I'm glad that somebody replaced me. All right. Sorry, I was distracted. What happened when I tried to open it? It swung open.
You're looking at
Someone
what
send me a
probably
picture.
once was a kitchen.
Ah. I'd like to go and see if there's any like preserved jars or anything.
No, it's
I
been
follow-
smashed apart.
Yeah, I follow him as well, just in case something pops out.
It looks like everything that could be ransacked has been ransacked. And it looks like probably it was ransacked more than once. Once by critters and once by people, if your guess is right.
Kind of odd to think of people who have already come here and taken this stuff. Like, why would they have been here? Were they leaving this place? Were they? I mean, there was a demon here. It's just.
Was it before the demon? Was it while it was here?
Yeah,
That's a good
I'm
thing.
just kind of my
Were they
brain
the
is just
ones that
going.
left the demon?
Yeah, who knows?
Maybe.
The demon
Was
had
it
a
the demon?
contract on it. Who did that and just left it here? May have been Agonor, but still.
What's so funny?
All right, so let's go to the next door.
Dad. What
What's
was
that,
so
buddy?
funny? What was so funny?
Kylie will have to send it to you, buddy.
It's a Bernie Sanders meme.
Did you know
Alright.
there's some
What do you
Twitch
do?
streamer, Bob Ross?
There's still
So
2
I'll-
more doors.
I want to go to the next door and check for traps.
All right. The door is trapped.
Okay, so it is trapped.
Akar, do you want to try and disable the trap? It's the same roll. If you do, or I can do it. I can try it.
Yeah, I'll try my hand at disarming this trap. Wish me luck.
With a step backwards.
All right. You managed to disarm the trap. There was a wire hanging away from the door that you managed to cut, and it looked like it was going to a crossbow.
Oh, nice.
Can we disassemble the trap and get the crossbow?
When you approach the crossbow, it starts to crumble into dust.
Oh man.
So there's actually a good chance that it may have not fired.
Yeah, it probably wouldn't work.
But I'm glad I was able to disarm it first.
It's one of the safest places you could have tried that.
All right, so
You're looking at a bedroom.
I'm assuming that the bedding is
All
probably
the cloth and
rotted
other material is just totally gone at this point in time. The bed itself is broken and cracked in a couple places, and it looks like it at one point was totally wrapped in brambles.
Mm. These vines came through. Yep.
And in depth, do those vines look sentient or able to move on their own, or is this just a wild growing plant?
Seeing as though the vines themselves are underground, that's not like a natural thing a normal plant would do, I would think. So something is thinking to come down here looking for something.
Well,
I
if
think it
it-
might be something.
If this is so filled with it, there may have been a reason for that. If that's the case.
Does this
Right.
look like a source, or does this look like a feeding spot, or
He said there weren't any roots nearby, so
Now, this is just another branch that came through a wall and wrapped around the bed.
Is there anything in the bed? Can we search through the bed?
You have to pull the briars away.
I'm going to use
can we burn
maybe
them?
like my crowbar or something to kind of move them. Will they break if I knock them with my
They're fairly
crowbar?
dry now, yeah. They'll crack.
All right, I want to break them off and get to where I can search the bed.
You can see the remains of 2 people.
Oh, that's sad.
You're sad.
Were they holding hands?
Your guess is they were sleeping based on their position of neutrality.
Mm.
What's that mean?
They
didn't-
weren't moving when they died. So it's not like
Um,
they knew something was coming or.
Yeah, so these are just 2 people that were sleeping. So I mean, I want to say a prayer for them. And just to try and is there anything on them, or is that all deteriorated?
Yeah, they were just wearing clothing, so they didn't have anything distinctive.
Right, because they were just sleeping. So did this bramble thing, did it go after these people then?
another question? Are these thorns? Do they have some kind of paralysis poison on them, or like how fast do these vines wrap? Or
As desiccated as everything is, you don't really get any information from the vines themselves.
But just the fact that 2 people were asleep in bed and this thing wrapped around them and killed them without them moving, from what it seems like, that would have to have happened fast.
Or it could have happened after they passed.
That's a good point. Thank you,
Or-
Car.
Yeah, it could have been some kind of toxin the plant released, neutralized them, and then it moved in. There's a lot we don't know.
Or they could have been poked by the thorns and there was poison in them.
And I try to examine over the bodies to see what.
There's not enough left to even call them bodies.
So they were
So
burned?
it's just like skeletal remains.
Yeah.
Most of those bones have even started to deteriorate.
Okay.
So this is like 1,000-year-old bodies?
More than that.
1,000,000-year-old bodies?
Was there
That's more than 2,000 years.
More than 2,000 years.
is there anything
Right.
else in this room
Of
that we can
interest.
see?
Not in this room, but there's still one less room left on this side.
All right,
All
let's
right.
go check that room.
All right. That door, you gonna check it first?
Yeah. You want to do it, a Car?
Sure.
Excuse me.
Ooh.
You are absolutely positive, without a doubt, sure, it is not trapped.
Hey, this door's not trapped, guys. I'm 100% sure. No doubt.
Well, then open it.
All right. So I try the handle of the door and peer inside.
All right. The door opens up, and it is another bedroom.
Does this bedroom have the similar appearance as the other one with the brambles?
Now, there are 2 smaller beds in this room, and it looks like there was a fight in this room.
Oh.
Most of the room has been smacked around and broken.
I'm assuming this was the kids' room.
Are there
kids?
remnants of bodies in here?
No.
are there Any remains of cut vines or anything?
Yes.
Is it a large enough piece of the vine that I could try and identify the plant? Or
Most of the vine cuttings have been eaten by rats. The rats have been eating on the vines slowly.
so not necessarily, but could possibly be non-venomous. I mean, non-poisonous.
Unable to determine that.
Okay.
The only thing you can determine is there's a spot on the wall that is flashed with heat. And there's an outline of where the vine was in front of it, where somebody blasted the vine with fire.
Ah. So there's a fight here. Someone was using magic, or
Well, does it? It looks like that fire was effective, though.
I would think so.
There's no corpses.
That's something we need to put in our back pocket.
Yeah, it sounds like there was a fight with the vines. So they may be fast moving vines.
Have we seen any vines that were still living, or have they all been dried up, desiccated?
You've seen some roots that were still alive.
All right, I'd like to search through the room, see if we can find any remnants of who was here.
The room has been thoroughly ransacked. Somebody grabbed anything of value out of it.
All right.
Okay.
I guess we move along then. To the right door.
What? This was the wrong door?
No.
No, this is the left door. Yeah, because we checked all the rooms in this living area. So this appears that it was basically like an underground house of some sort with 2 bedrooms and a kitchen and living area. So this might have been like a some type of apartment for a family long ago.
Right. But being so close to the entrance, they may have been important. I don't know. That just thinking of layout at the moment, but I don't know too much about that. So
Well, I would think that being closer to the entranceway would be more of I guess like a general or a lead of the guard or some type like that, so that they can get to the entrance quickly.
so like a family of the of a guard.
Yeah, like a commander of the guard or something like that. So he's front line at the top, so he can command his people and be there and quickly if anything happens. Kind of what I'm thinking, because this seems like it'd be a living space too large for. Well, this is actually past the barracks, so this would be like the second way down. So yeah, it would probably be like the commander of the guard, because that first room we went into was a barracks. So I would think
Sounds
that's
logical.
where. Yeah, I would think that's where the armies or the guards would say, and then this was a prominent person that would lead the guards, because he's still close enough if something were to go awry.
I'll be right back.
Fell asleep for a second.
Well, what do you think, Winky? What do you think this room is? What do you think that this room was used for?
His question
Okay.
is, there's a room?
Exactly.
It's funny, things like he's like,
What?
all right, do we want to head to the other?
Yeah, I think we thoroughly searched this area.
Moving forward.
I think I might make some like something to keep me awake in a little bit, like some tea or something.
Are you tired, Winky?
Just don't feel that well.
I'm sorry, buddy.
All right. Do you want to check this next door?
Oh,
do
go
we
ahead.
wanna wait, or do we want to wait for Core?
Course,
We'll wait
course
for
here
Core.
in spirit.
Okay, you can go on.
I mean, we can wait for him, but I don't think it's gonna do too much. Hopefully, he'll be back very soon.
Right. All right. I'm going to check. The
He'll
door.
be like, "We're in a fight with 10,000 Minotaurs. You're dead."
No, wait, Charles, set up a battle, a fake battle, and then we'll propose the pit.
No, I'm not doing that. All right.
But
The
like,
door
but,
is locked, but you do not believe that it is trapped.
Okay. So, hey, this door's locked, guys, but I don't feel or sense any traps on the other side. I
Well,
might
I
need some help getting through this door.
Get to picking,
I-
little lady.
all right, I'm gonna head.
No response. Okay.
I'm typing. Sorry. Oh Jesus,
Oh Lord.
that's one away from a fumble.
Yeah, breaking the pick off. Now we can't get in. Smash it. Okay.
Break your pit because I can. I got a pick right here
I-
in my hands.
Y'all, I carry multiple picks.
But can I please smash something? I haven't
I
smashed
prefer
something.
not. We've already made enough noise with the statue. Let's try and stay quiet.
Noise is fun.
I understand.
All right. Well, we're gonna put you in front, man.
Uh,
if you smash something.
Charles, any chance that was good enough?
Let's see. No, it was not. You didn't break your pick, but you didn't open the door either.
Do I get a chance for try again?
Yeah, you can try again.
Every time Charles says pick, I just think he's talking about Minecraft.
Daddy, I love you.
Someone have a fan going?
Yeah, there's a fan in my hallway.
Does that do it?
Hold on a second.
Wait a second. We leveled up.
We did?
That's got the wrong number in it. I just realized.
Hmm.
It should be 26.
But yeah, you picked the door.
I gotta fix these. I just realized all these little macros I made are wrong because I had to type them all in.
But you managed to pick the door this time.
All right. I am not gonna open it, guys. It is unlocked. So whoever wants to.
This
Yes,
door
ma'am.
also has the rusty hinges, correct?
Yes.
It does not.
It does not. Okay.
That-
Since I'm stealth, I'll step into the room first and see what I can see. Kind of
You mean-
half open the door to
You mean
slide.
you're gonna open the door first?
Yeah, I'm gonna open the door and kind of step in and lead the way.
Is it opens about halfway and then hits something hard?
Mm. So it's about halfway open. Can I slip through the door frame with it halfway open?
There's a lot of stuff in there.
Send in the Winky.
Send in the little man.
Winky, do you want to try and go in there?
Yeah, do you want to head in?
Yeah.
There's nowhere to go into.
Okay,
It's,
so
it's,
So there's so much stuff
filled
that
with rubble.
it's
Yeah.
all filled with vine.
Can I try and? Oh,
It's filled with vines.
is it live vine?
It is a giant mass of vine.
I'm going to stick my hand in there and cast continual flame.
Continual flames just light.
Oh, not my bad.
Yeah, that doesn't produce fire.
You just
Light
That's-
it up.
That's
You
what
mean
I'm looking
produce
for.
flame?
Yes. This,
All right. You catch the vine on fire. It's a little drier than you would expect, and it does seem like it's trying to wiggle a little bit, but it doesn't really move and just starts roasting.
All right.
Oh, so it was fairly alive.
I want to wait until it dies back enough to open the door. And
The
then,
entire room is currently an inferno.
okay,
Yeah.
we'll wait for it to die down.
Let's go ahead and
Is
pull
the
this.
is the smoke coming out of? Is there like
No,
a
it's
single
not.
door that's coming out, or is it going out other vents?
You don't know. You don't notice any smoke coming out of the door.
That's creepy. But maybe they had this place built so that they could have fires. That would kind of make sense.
Are there giant vents way up in the ceiling?
Yeah, are there holes up there with kobolds running through
From
them?
your angle, you can't see them.
Okay. It would make sense though for there to be ventilation.
Yeah, so we probably should check that out. And last time it didn't really come up.
You can feel air is rushing in under the door, feeding the flames.
So yeah, it's definitely going somewhere.
I really hope there was. Well, the books we found in this have been stone, right? So they should be safe.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, the books would be either looted or disintegrated at this point,
I think so. I think the other
unless
thing
they
that-
were just that well made and preserved.
I mean, I'm just hoping that one of
Magically.
these rooms we get lucky, guys.
Hmm.
Yeah. How long does it take for the flame to die down?
After about 10-20 minutes, you can tell that the air is rushing in less.
Anybody got fire resistance? Corey, you want to pop your head in there? Stuck your hand in fire.
Look at that. A car is getting figuring out the game.
Might have resistance now. I mean, I'd have to step in fully though. I mean, well, I guess it's in flames. Fine. I'll push the door open and see if it opens.
Just have Nate turn into a rock and then throw him in there.
Is this a metal door?
It is.
I would like to use something to push it open.
Just
I don't
make
want to
sure he
burn my
doesn't turn-
hand.
Make sure he
You
You
doesn't
push
turn
it
into
open, and you look like you're looking at the remnants of a forest fire.
Hmm.
Black and charred.
Okay, I open the door.
It's basically hot charcoal in the entire room.
Can I see if was there a source of a plant in here, or was it just that full of brambles? Can I tell that?
You really can't tell.
All right.
If it was not in the source of the room, then that means that either multiple brambles were in here or it just kept looping around in here.
Mm.
Core.
Return
If there's any fires, if there's any fires, just blow on them, okay?
Okay.
Like it's a candle on your birthday cake.
Can I
The
make
only
out?
thing you notice in this room is there's a cracked and broken statue in the room.
You have Nita.
Have all these statues been different, or have they been the same thing?
They've been partially different.
This one's of a gnome with a giant hammer.
Fairly similar styling, but slight different features on each one.
And
Well,
some
but
of them
we could-
some of them we don't even know what the faces were because some of them were only legs.
Yeah, one we could only see the legs. One was in pieces. The one that was on the door, I would figure we could have seen something of from the door, but not a whole lot. And then it was broken to
This
dust,
one,
I guess.
this one just doesn't look good. Nope.
I want
But you
to.
can tell it's a bedroom just like the one across the hall.
Okay.
And there
So there are
any other
also
doors or
three
anything?
as well.
Your guess is the same 3 doors are in there.
Okay.
Okay.
'Cause it looks like the exact mirror layout.
Should we keep going or should we just go back? Because it's 12 p.m. Apparently.
No, the time hasn't
No, it's
moved.
not that late yet. It got moved very far because we started at what?
We're
7?
right now at 11 a.m. still.
Yeah, remember he told us that it was off.
Mhm. All right, I want to. Hey, Nadette, do you want to go to the kitchen with me? It's where we think the kitchen would be, and check this door with me?
Hey, y'all remember there was a trap
You're
on
not
one of
fireproof.
those.
You can't go to the kitchen because it's filled with coals.
Oh, so they're still okay. So they are still.
None of the coals are gone. The entire thing is full of coals
Yeah.
now.
I got you.
So wait,
Yeah,
so the
yeah.
last,
I was thinking. I was
You want to
hold
do
on.
like a hydraulic push or some kind of
last-
water deal?
the
Create
last
water?
one was in.
Yeah.
was in ruin with like grassy and stuff, but this one's like on fire. Do you think there's a different one with?
Dude, the only reason this was on fire is because Nita lit it on fire.
Made it up.
Well, we couldn't get in otherwise.
Like, you had a really great thought there, Winky, but
Yeah.
you forgot that we did the fire. We did make the fire. We
Does,
started the fire.
No,
Does
Nita
anybody
started
have
the
any,
fire.
Does anyone have any spells to kind of quelch these coals?
Nita
Or
does.
do we want to just move forward?
Your best bet would be to just you're gonna have to wait for at least a couple hours before the room's even cool enough to enter.
What about a hydraulic push?
You might be able to blast a line through the room, but that'd be it.
What
I mean-
about his water?
We
Let's
could
just-
It's only 2
Let's
gallons
just
of water.
come back,
yeah, we
guys.
can
Yeah,
circle
we
back on
have
the way
to-
out.
Yeah, we have to. Hopefully, well, this is the only entrance that we've seen, so we can backtrack and visit it after we move forward.
Yeah, and if it's the same as the other, I mean, we know what we're kind of looking for in that area. So
Yeah.
just remember
I'm
as we
just
head back
interested
that we
in
haven't
those,
looked it
I'm
over. Because
just
we got to head,
interested
we got to go
to,
back home
Yeah.
eventually.
Yeah, so I agree with Natalia and Winky. Let's just move forward.
All right. Y'all move on a little bit further, and you see two hallways breaking off from this hallway.
Let's split up. Half of us go to one hallway. And
No,
fine.
The hallway to the right, it looks like about every 50 feet there's a pair of doors on each side.
Gracious.
And the hallway to the left looks like it's the same.
It's the prison block.
no, it's probably just
All the doors are exactly the same as the last two you came across.
more homes.
Okay. I guess
Zero.
that makes
Probably
sense.
And
prison
now
zero.
you're seeing plant growth on the ceiling and vines hanging down, but these are different. They're not brambles. They're small forest growth of different kinds. You can see that across the ceiling, a large branch of some tree has snaked down the hallways.
Charles, is this all coming off of Vault 22?
No, but it's a lot like that.
Okay.
Can
What is
I
Vault 22?
can I identify any more of the plant to tell?
Make a
Me.
nature check.
Sure.
Excuse me, what is Vault 22? Why he does that?
It's
It's,
one of the vaults.
Fallout New Vegas. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I want to know what is in it.
All right.
What we're seeing?
The branch that's going over the ceiling
Mhm.
looks like some kind of mutated version of a willow tree.
What's a willow
Okay.
tree?
The one in
The
our
ones that
backyard.
have the leaves that hang down.
Ah,
This is willow, but it doesn't make any sense. It's changed. It's different.
need it. Just turn into
And
a
it's
tree and
almost like
become a
it's
dolphin.
lining across the ceiling as wherever it has space.
Need it. All you have to do, Nita, is turn into a tree and get information
Mm,
from this.
Nita,
And at this
does
point, you have noticed the ancient lights are working now.
Nita,
Okay.
does this activity worry you, or does it kind of excite you that there's?
Oh, bye, Charles. Okay, I think I'm gonna play the flute.
No.
That one was quick.
There we go.
Not flutes
So
in here.
Nita, does this worry you, or is it something that excites you that that this is growing down here? I'm just trying to get a bearing on.
No, this is a perversion of nature. It bothers me that somebody is tampering with the natural order. This
Need
should
it.
not be like this.
What you need to do is turn into a tree down here, and then you need to get the
What?
answers out of that thing. You need
Is
to
the
get
air
answers
still
out
really
of the
moist? Or still really
Yes.
humid?
Oh, Charles was typing.
Yes.
Okay, so
You are very certain that the moisture level is increasing.
who was
Could the water
getting
be
Mhm.
could the water be tainted?
Do you guys hear that? The like cricket frog sounding like
Matala, have you been putting crickets in our bags again?
No.
No, it doesn't. Not from Hatala.
But it would be from Matala.
Can I see if I recognize what she's talking about?
Make a perception check. You can now hear the frogs and the crickets.
My turn.
Yeah, I hear him. Hatala, this is kind of suspect.
Look, we came down here together. There's trees growing down here. That's
Winky, you can hear them too.
Just calm down.
Yeah, but those crickets, I don't think I'll ever be able to forgive
Maybe
you.
there's a swamp down here.
I also want to see if I can hear them, but I also want to try to determine the direction in which the sound is coming from.
Down the main corridor.
Okay.
You're absolutely certain you hear them, and you also hear the sound of something buzzing.
It's a bee! Not the bees!
Would I be able to determine what this buzzing is?
While you're looking, you notice a dragonfly come down the corridor, land on the wall, sit there for a second, and then take off again.
Charles, if there's a Cazador in this campaign, I'm gonna kick you.
What's a Cazador?
I also want to check and see how these plants are growing because plants usually use a photosynthesis. So is it using these mage lights? Are these mage lights able to basically give this tree the property, or is it so perverted that it doesn't need light? Because as the lights have gotten stronger, this appears the growth of what's around us is actually increased.
Excuse me, what is a Cazador?
The worst thing you can fight in a Fallout game.
Does it look like the tree was like purposely planted in this room, or does it look like it sprung up?
You don't know. You only see a branch growing across the ceiling.
We haven't got to it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're still at the hallway left, hallway right, and then the main corridor.
I think that theory about the light sounds
And the
very
branch is definitely
logical.
coming from straight ahead. But the floor is starting to become almost soft with a carpet of lichen and moss and the dead leaves from the willow tree. It looks like it still loses its leaves in the winter.
Is it slippery or anything like that? Do we need to?
It feels like an almost normal forest floor, almost.
Okay.
What's the forest
floor? I say we proceed to the sound of the crickets and frogs and dragonflies.
I agree.
The foliage is becoming much thicker, and you're occasionally seeing bushes growing from the ground as well. And you see a statue to the right side of the hallway, covered in vines and lichen and everything else.
These are the same vines, and these are living?
No brambles, just actual creeper vines.
Can we? I want to examine that statue, see what it looks like. See
Are the creeper vines
see if it's in a certain pose or anything like that.
It is posed like it's leaning up against a wall.
Wait, what?
It's posed like this, leaning up against the wall.
Hold up, let me see you.
How are the previous ones?
No.
The statues were just in the rooms, right? They weren't like decorations.
As far as you can tell.
No.
Daddy, what's your problem?
Could those be actual people?
Turn to stone.
The broken ones mean that they're dead?
I mean, yeah. Well, they were dead anyway, probably.
I would think that they're all dead.
Can we determine if this looks like? I mean, does it look like somebody had artistically designed this, or was it somebody turned to stone? Can I?
When a statue is made well enough, it's almost impossible to tell the difference.
I was worried you were going to say that. Me being an artiste.
I have an idea.
You are a crafter. You might be able to identify.
I don't know. It might actually be better for Eve to look over and see if the anatomy is as well done. But even so, like Charles said, if somebody did it well enough, I mean,
Yeah.
Leonardo did some incredible work in marble,
Also,
and
I
which is
just
really
had a,
impressive
I
since
just
he
had
was
a
a turtle.
thought. The walls and everything are ancient stone, correct? If they were able to, create these things and create these rooms and things out of in ancient stone, would they also be able to create their statues in this same stone? But
Well,
all the statues have broken or
well,
shattered.
even ancient wall has broken, but the statues. So I guess the question here is, have the statues been made out of ancient stone?
They are not, as far as you can tell.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, it may be that somebody was turned into stone if they had the ability to shape ancient stone. Why wouldn't they have made these statues out of ancient stone as well?
By the way, I'm
Right.
gonna walk up to the statue and rip one of its and pull one of the fingers.
No,
off.
no, do not. No, if you try to go up to that statue and look like you're about to do anything to it, I'm not going to let you do anything
Why?
because I respect the dead.
I see Winky's get an
I
evil
wanna-
look in his eye,
I
and
want a
try to trip him
souvenir.
I trip him before he gets
So-
there.
What
And
if you turn into
doing?
stone when you touch
So
it?
Nadep,
If it's a,
does
if
this
it's a statue,
does this sound more
then
like a
it's fine.
creature kind of a deal, or could plants do this? Nadep?
With that,
I don't think he's
We
dead.
lost the depth.
He turned
Oh no!
stone.
where
The
did he
druid! The
go?
druid's
Either he-
gone!
It's a stone tree.
Oh no! Is he back at the hole? Did he go down one of those hallways?
He didn't even tell us. He didn't even tell us he was leaving.
Oh,
He may
no.
not have left. He may have been muted, or who knows.
He did.
Or he may have gotten one of his timeouts where he logged and we just can't see it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I have a feeling he's going off
I
and
think
doing
he's
something
gone.
he shouldn't be doing.
I can't
He
see
told us
Kylie's
what
face.
he was doing.
Perfect.
Okay.
Just to verify with the GM, the character is still with us. Payton himself.
His
is just not.
character is with you, yes.
Yeah, so he's,
I'm
Okay.
so right now. What I'm thinking through is the first place we searched through. 2 people died somehow in their bed, were wrapped around by vines. Other people attacked and defeated the vines, but I'm guessing as they were running out of the room, they were turned to stone somehow.
But they
by-
weren't in that room.
do they look like
the
child-sized
first-
statues?
What?
Were they teenage or child-sized statues?
Well, he said they were the size of humans, humanoid.
Yeah.
They could
Well,
have been.
the first room is the barracks where there was 3 statues. One was on the door, and then 2 in the back of the room.
I mean, they could have been
And then
guards.
and that
Oh yeah,
next-
that's right. That's right.
That next bedroom, there was no statues.
Thank you,
It
thank
was
you,
just
Akar.
those
That's
2
correct.
dead people. Yeah, the 2.
So
people
I
in
am still
vines.
thinking that that area they were attacked, and as they were trying to get out, possibly from whatever creature came out of the bottom, maybe that thing did it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask Atala. I want a souvenir from this dungeon. If I can't pull a finger off, what do I get from the souvenir dungeon thing?
I'm a little appalled about you even asking me.
Because
A
What?
souvenir? Look, you can have a souvenir from the dungeon, but it's not going to be somebody's finger. I mean, I don't know what you do behind closed doors, Winky. I don't know what you've been collecting in your own time, but
collecting.
if
any-
I'm
collecting
watching,
anything.
if I'm out, it's not going to be fingers or any kind of body part. That's just
I haven't
sick.
collected anything yet. I want to start collecting stuff.
Well, it better not be ears or anything like that
Can I at least?
of
Can I-
people.
Does Needip still have the vine he had?
Nita
He got-
is right now invisible.
Did he say he dropped the vine? or
So are we
something?
just gonna press down this hall? We can't.
Yeah. I think
Well,
so.
anyone else can make a nature check to see if they I can answer
I
your
can do
question.
that. I can do that. I have the same nature as him.
Woo.
Natural.
All right, what was your question to Eve? Or what was your question to Nita? Does it
Question
sound
to
like
me-
a creature?
Yeah, what
Hold
it-
on a second.
All right,
Go
quick.
Eve.
Let's
Go
like
Eve.
let's make this
break.
ironclad with a nat 20.
Ah!
Ask the perfect
just happened?
question. You lost his headphones, I think.
Did he just
no,
touch
he's
that
not.
Pikachu for some reason?
Charles got asked to do something.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna go make some tea.
All right.
The
And go
You know
pee.
that episode of Doctor Who when they're in the Byzantium and they realize that none of them have two heads and they start to freak out? That was what, like that feeling.
I couldn't even talk. I was so shocked that I was like, "No, these are people. These are people." I don't know if I get too much into Hatala or if I'm just that much of an empathetic person.
You are a baby in real life. Saying. Could you not?
I can't start talking until I remove my mute.
But ain't that the truth?
I am done with my work now. Yay.
Yay!
I'm going to go refill my water.
Congratulations,
Yay.
Charles.
This whole no.
Yep, he touches the Pikachu. I think that's a ritualistic
he left.
Pikachu.
Oh,
He's like-
yeah.
I figured it was your mic.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it's
we got
got a
number
little like
one.
button on it.
Yeah. It just the way the orientation was, it's like you go up there and you like pet the Pikachu. You're like,
Pikachu.
hello,
Little
Pikachu.
belly poke. Beep.
And it's got that happy look on its face, like the Pillsbury Doughboy when it gets.
All right,
Yeah,
Eve,
there's
you
a
got
bunch-
that picture?
there was-
Oh, he's back
there-
No,
already.
he came back.
All right.
There was one where he
Need
was
it
like, doing like this, like he was doing his little
There's
electric
like
thing.
5 photos.
We haven't had Nita this whole time.
Yeah.
And Elijah's making himself tea right now. Here, I'm gonna call Peyton.
Say what?
Oh,
Hey.
What's up? How you doing?
there he is.
Cool, yeah.
Where
went
you been,
invisible on us
dude?
there, buddy. I didn't know you could do that.
Sorry.
Yeah, we got our cleric over here throwing nat 20s for nature rolls for us.
You just got replaced.
We have
The
the
leader is
same
back.
nature.
The leader is
Yeah,
back.
what did we find out from that nature check?
100,
Oh.
600.
Good thing is
All right.
he hasn't told us yet.
Okay.
As far as Eve knows about nature, she's fairly certain that there are plants capable of doing this, and there are poisons and other things that are natural in nature, but it's more likely to be a creature than a plant. Considering that the person, if it was turned into a statue from an action, was leaning up against the wall and didn't even have a chance to move.
Hmm.
I sure
Need-
that.
People look petrified.
Yes,
Nita,
Swolent
do you
greens
still-
are people.
Nita, do you still have that vine that you picked up?
Yeah, we
over
figured
here
out
on
the
roof?
statues were people. I don't know if you were here when that happened.
No.
Yeah, I asked
so
I asked what it looked like, and when Charles just mimed it out, it was like, no, that means it's a real person. There's no way somebody made a statue that like that.
Gotcha.
since this guy was leaning up against the wall, whatever it was obviously very stealthy, because you would think that if you saw something, it's like, oh crap, and you would react, not be leisurely
Well-
leaning on the wall.
It wouldn't necessarily have. Well, yeah, I guess it could be stealthy, but
Let's-
if it like automatically turns things to stone, it wouldn't even necessarily have to be stealthy.
That
Because
is
as
know,
soon
true.
as you
Like-
see it,
like
you're
a Medusa
stoned.
type thing.
You may,
yeah.
there may have been a poison. It may have released a gas that turned anything that breathed it to stone. So
If-
he wasn't expecting it.
That's possible.
this, I mean, that kind of makes sense, but the bones in the bed make me think otherwise. Unless that gas
Maybe
could
they-
have not gone in there, maybe, but
Or maybe they came after the gas was gone.
I highly doubt that, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
There's this stuff that can happen then, yeah.
Were they like
Or-
barricaded in? Did we move them up?
The couple that was in the bedroom? No, that was
Yeah.
none of that was barricaded.
Well,
They
the
just
door
had
was
it was
door
rusted.
was trapped. The door was trapped.
This
That
Not
door
the door-
was trapped.
Yeah, their door had the crossbow.
Yeah.
their door did have
Like they could have been the only ones left, so they went in there to hide, and they just died because they couldn't leave.
that does sound possible. Yeah. Thank you, Winky, for bringing up plot points here,
Yeah.
and Eve for making it make
Good
sense.
observation. Good observation. So, have we got to the sounds yet, or are we still kind of making our way down the hallway?
So
as
making
we
our way
go?
down the hallway.
Okay, so it is still
Way
transitioning.
downtown, going fast.
The
Okay.
hallway is also widened. It's about 15 feet across now.
Okay.
And there's much more of the willow branch in here. And occasionally you'll see a branch of it will go down into the ground and stab in and start turning into like a root system.
Oh,
Say we can continue
core's
on.
gone.
Try to find the sources. I guess
Um,
what I assume would be water, if we can hear crickets and frogs and things.
All right,
eat
you
it.
start finding a lot more pieces of statue as you go.
What do they look like?
Pieces of statue.
There's a lot more boots and things like that than anything else.
I'm gonna say just a quick prayer because I know I can't devote a whole lot of time to this, and there's a lot, so I'm just gonna say a quick prayer
While she does
under,
that,
under my breath.
I'm gonna ask Needip if he still has the vine that he picked up from the hole earlier.
No.
Really, bro?
He said, "Really, bro?"
Is it possible to determine if
Will, you're muted.
these fragments of statue originated from somewhere? So, like, say if they may have possibly been running and then turned into stone and shattered on the way based off of weight balance and things. Because if something instantly turns,
It's hard to tell when
stone-
you're just looking at feet.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because what I was trying to think through is, if they're running away, then they're possibly not looking at whatever is causing this, but they still turn to stone. That's
Yeah, just trying to
talking out loud,
determine
my
if
Yeah.
we need to cross this and have our eyes shut.
thought. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Like if this was a straight up Medusa type thing, you only turn to stone when you see it, or if it's a more of an area of effect type deal.
Granted, we're getting into meta playing this because we know
Yeah.
too much.
I know you're like, do we have soft? Bringing in some Final Fantasy.
All right, you see a large doorway, a double door that goes to the right,
Dumbledore?
and the passage goes
Dumbledore.
forward.
No.
To the left, you're starting to see windows.
Windows, you say?
Ancient stone windows.
Do we still? Is there still enough light to see?
Yes, it's brighter now than ever.
Okay, I'd like to go check the window. And peek
They're
out.
completely covered in vines and moss and growth.
Any brambles?
Not that you can see from this side.
Okay,
All the growth is on the other side.
all right.
I'd like to check from the windows to the walls, to kind of make sure that there's not anything engraved in the side underneath the growth.
Uh,
I don't know. I was trying
looking
to make
for
a joke.
markings.
Yeah.
I just want to
the
reiterate.
windows,
I have
the
not put
walls,
away my
Yes.
weapons.
But there's also the double doors to the right.
I want to check and see if there's traps on those doors.
All right.
Ooh.
All right. It is not trapped, but it is not locked either. It looks like the doors have been smashed in the middle but closed back again.
I'm saying, I think somebody that I knew was here.
Somebody
said
that I
Another Hamo
used to
welder.
know.
The door is smashed in the middle. Does that mean there's like a hole in the door, like somebody breached?
Somebody smashed through the middle of the door, but then someone else closed the door after.
So can you see through the door? Is there a hole? Is what I'm.
Yes.
So I'm going to take a chance and I'm going to peek through the hole.
All right. You're looking at a swamp.
Hey guys, I see a swamp on the other side of these
I
double doors.
told you there was just gonna be a swamp here.
I think
There's
it's
also
built in
kitchen
a-
tables and serving tables and trays and things like that.
Is there a vine near
There's
the
a lot of
divider?
stuff in here. It looks like it might be some type of huge dining area.
They may
Is
have
there a
left a
donkey?
magical tap on.
Somebody flooded, left the water on.
Uh,
Water running.
is there like vines in here too?
There are some, yes.
I'm gonna ask the toddler if I can borrow one of her daggers.
I'll hand him one of my regular normal daggers.
Try to cut one of the vines. I'm gonna try to cut one of the vines off and down.
Well, I
Okay.
don't think we made it through the door yet, have we?
There's no brambles in here.
You can just take a
Yeah, we
normal
have
vine.
not opened the door,
Yeah, I just peeked through.
but
the hole.
is there? What you're
Just-
asking is, are there vines where we are? And if
Yes.
there are, you're wanting to cut them, right, Winky?
Cut one. Yes.
Okay.
Jeez.
Okay, you cut a vine.
I'm gonna put it in my backpack. The vine I cut off.
You're gonna boil it up and make it tea.
No.
Oh, okay.
Winky will tell you why he needs these later.
Oh,
All right, so what do y'all do?
He's through the doors, right?
yeah. Let's go.
All right.
Dude.
You open the doors and you are looking at a mess hall very similar to the one up in the tree, but a good bit larger. Your
We
guess
saved
is
the-
the hall has the ability to hold probably 100 people or more.
And are you saying architecturally it looks the same, or
No, it just looks in
function?
I'd say
kind.
that would be impeccable since that tree just grew randomly.
I'm going to give the dagger back to Hatala.
But the entire room is also a swamp.
Winky, are you
There's
sure you
about
don't
3
just
inches
wanna-
of water standing in the room.
So
You can
can
keep-
we see? Is it like a long or is it more squared? Or can we see like the back wall? Or
You can see the back wall, but there is a lot of plant growth in here.
Can we?
The only thing that looks odd is there's something very large and misshapen in the middle of the room.
Do you think we should go attack it?
Oh
Kill
my
it with
god.
fire?
Wait,
it looks like it's
if
made of
you try to
stone.
kill it with fire, I will hit you.
does this object look like it might be the source of the plants, or does it look more like it's overgrown with the plants that are in the room?
It looks like a piece of stone covered in plants.
Okay. Hey guys, you guys want to go check this out? This looks like it might be something interesting.
By the way, Winky, you can keep that dagger so that you have something to cut things with whenever you need it, because I don't actually need multiple daggers anymore, so go ahead and keep it.
Yeah, Winky will tell you once
The
we
thing
get
you're
down.
looking at, if y'all are approaching it,
Mm-hmm. I am. I'm walking up slowly.
it's about 8 feet tall and about 6 feet wide and about 4 feet thick. Stands on hind legs, Like
Damn,
a-
son.
almost like a person, but much more squat.
Is this on like would I be able to identify this as like something that was on a pedestal that was carved on purpose, or could I determine if this was something that was also turned into stone?
It looks more like this.
Oh, okay. So yes.
Does it look like the size of the thing that would have been sleeping in that bed?
The hands, right at where you expect a hand would be, giant claws started to appear, like a lobster. And the claws are big enough that they could probably snap you in half.
Sweet, 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 sweet. Cool, 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 cool.
Why are you
cool.
calling this sweet?
In noticing this, I don't want to get too close, just in case this thing might come to life.
I'm gonna ask everybody if I'm allowed to smash it.
No, it's again, this is a creature that lived here, from what we can tell. There's no reason to desecrate what is here.
Oh, is it a statue?
Yes.
I thought it was a thing.
No, it appears to be a statue, kind of like the ones that we've seen on our journey.
If it's a real thing, can I smash it? If it's alive.
Look, Winky, if something attacks you, feel free to attack it.
But
But
doors
let's
don't.
not just
Doors don't attack.
doors are a different story when we can't get through them.
Well, doors can attack you. You just haven't found the right doors yet.
Technically, they have.
All right, so does anybody want to check this its
I
growth?
want to hit somebody with a door.
Continue on.
Is this?
I'm gonna-
Can we determine the source of the water at all?
What?
Like where the water's coming from.
Where's
like,
the
is it
water coming from? Can we
through
tell if
the-
it's
Oh.
bubbling up or something, or if it's like
Yeah.
flowing from somewhere?
You can hear the sound of water falling from back in the kitchen area.
I'd like to watching for things. I'll make my way around, and I'm gonna say, hey, I want to check out the source of the water, see if it's.
You find near the sink there's a bunch of frogs sitting in the freshest water in the room. And the
Uh,
water is bubbling up and pouring out.
Is there? Can I tell if there's a way to just turn it off?
You don't know, you have to look into the water.
I follow Core kind of a backup just in case.
Yeah, I'll look in the water.
Yeah, and I'm gonna use
You
my.
see a strange looking bottle in the water.
Hmm.
It's about
Um,
this tall, has a handle up on the top, and it's laying on its side.
I would like. Yeah, I'm just gonna go for it. I'll stick my hand in, grab it, and set it upright on the counter.
When you set it up right, you can see water was pouring out of it.
Yep.
And water is still coming out of it.
Do I see a lid in the sink also, or anywhere
You
around?
see a stopper,
I'll put the stopper in.
and the water stops coming out.
I'm gonna put that in my bag of holding.
This is a bottle of holding. Infinite water source.
Oh wait,
It's a decanter of endless water.
would putting that in his? Would we know if putting that in his bag of holding would be a bad idea?
No idea you would know.
Then I'm not gonna say anything.
All right. Did everyone come in with me?
I'm behind you. I'm with you.
I followed you guys. I was hiding behind one of you.
Oh, okay, that's fucking.
You
Okay.
guys might not have noticed.
I don't want to be split up for too long.
I think everybody else is pretty close to the statue in the center.
Are there any other doors in the kitchen?
If there were, they've been sealed shut with growth and other things over the years.
Okay. On a. So does everything look grown over?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Destroyed and layered and grown over in here.
All right. Well, I'll go back out and I guess I'll use. I don't want to shout too loud and just kind of tell everyone, hey, I found a decanter of water that was feeding all this stuff. I got it stopped up. The
You
water
think that was the only one?
mean, I didn't see anything else in there. Did you?
Do we hear any other water or anything that sounds like it could be still producing water?
You still hear water, yes. Now you actually hear flowing water.
Hmm.
This would probably be water that's possibly leaving the area.
Hmm.
If it's just flowing water, it might be the water or swamp that we're currently standing in. It's probably leading somewhere else. Because if there were no holes in this room, then it would have probably completely filled up with that endless container.
Does the statue kind of look like it was afraid? It was hiding.
You kind of cut off a little bit at the end.
Yeah.
She asked if the statue that was in the middle of the room looked like it was afraid.
Like, yeah.
Anyone want to make a perception check?
I'll take a look.
I'll leave it to those that were in the room. I've come back in, but I'll let them do it.
What the heck?
Oh my God!
Throw them
super.
twos.
Jeez.
It's very rare that Eve doesn't see everything.
Yeah, I wasn't in the room, so I'm not gonna. I want to do it, but I'm like I wasn't in there.
Yeah,
No, you don't notice anything
Get
spectacular or
Winky in
special.
on it.
yeah. Winky, did you see anything about the statue that might have made it look afraid?
Elijah, you're muted if you're trying to talk to us, buddy.
Sorry, I was just looking something up. Yeah, I'm gonna check.
Winky for the win.
Yo,
Yeah.
did everybody else have the 2 like roll in a circle before it rolled to the 20?
You probably watched the stream.
Yeah, that's what I saw. It's like, don't.
Oh man, I didn't catch it before it happened in the stream.
Flip it.
Too bad. I mean, I can check it later.
You can move that on a night later.
You can clip that on the Twitch stream.
Yeah, it'll go back 30 seconds. I think up to 5 minutes actually.
All right, hold on one second.
So, Charles, a little question. Can
Yeah,
Winky ride a wolf if it's big enough?
not an ordinary wolf.
Were you looking up a wolf, mountable roof wolf?
I was looking up pets because Winky wants a pet, so. But I looked at Pathfinder pets, and all they gave me was like these like weird deer
Get a rat.
unicorn rabbits things. Really weird.
Oh my gosh!
That is what the statue looks like.
Oh
just-
Lord.
Where?
Scared me
Where?
a little bit. It's in the thing, right in the
What
middle of the
thing?
right in the middle of our base,
Found
The tree basement.
Golly,
The tree
I was
basement.
not.
where
Oh.
we fought the demon, the very first demon we ever fought, and
Is that
Will
a
disintegrated
spaghetti-
it.
Is that one of those spaghetti face monsters?
No, nothing like that.
Except for this one is a lot less insect-like. It looks a little bit more human.
Okay.
So like 2 legs maybe and
Yeah,
humanoid
legs.
head.
same claws and a little bit more organic body, and no tentacles.
That
Can
thing's got like a squid for a head.
Yeah.
Can anyone tell if those claws look like the claw markings from the guard room?
And Winky, the thing you noticed is that it's standing over a hole in the ground where it has just burst out of.
That's weird.
But the hole is down under the swamp.
Can you hear
No
water
doubt.
flowing into it?
Yes.
Oh, it would have still been
As,
full.
as we make our way back into the room, I asked Nadep, it's like, could this possibly have been what tore up those beds?
Possibly.
But how did it turn to stone if it was the thing that was turning into stone? If it was
It's
Well, then
not.
it might
It's,
not have been.
yeah, it's not the thing that turned to stone, but it may be the thing that came through the floor.
Yeah.
Does the size of this? No, that was the plants that made those holes.
You know, I wonder if animals can break the stone. What is it called?
Ancient stone.
Ancient
Yeah,
stone.
ancient stone.
Well, they would have to be. They would have to have the abilities of what's his name? Listigius.
But
They have to
maybe
have the same
certain
type of
maybe
abilities.
certain animals can do it because maybe the holes.
Winky.
Yeah.
You also notice that there are what looks like cracks throughout his body too.
Okay, don't touch him. We know cracks are a bad idea.
The Winky, do you tell us about this?
Yes, I tell you everything.
You just said don't touch him. Okay. Why shouldn't we touch him? Cracks are bad.
Just we explained it
Are-
last.
Are these cracks that are similar to the cracks that we have seen with creation stones? Or are they cracks within the statue itself?
They look more like Lasigius.
Okay.
What's the
So
Sidious?
this
Sidious
thing
is
was
kind of
infected with some kind of creation stone.
Or Death Stone.
There's a faint blue light glowing from him.
Ooh, shiny.
Water.
Can I assume we're all back in the room together? Can we tell if there's water coming from him?
Hmm.
No. Okay.
If there's a blue glow from it coming from him, is there any
Maybe
way we
that's how
can
the
tell if
swamp-
there's life still within the stone?
If it is blue,
There's no way for you to know.
Okay.
if it is
Well, weren't
blue,
they?
that's maybe how the swamp appeared. Because he probably flooded the place and
Or
then
he
became
may
a
have been
stone.
attracted to the area because the water was here.
Or that.
Atala.
Yeah.
Listigius. What color are Listigius's cracks? Because I know he's infected with
Could
water and air, correct?
Yeah, water and air sounds correct.
I'll put forward
So
that
I'm assuming that he was infected similar to Listigius, because if this thing is what made the hole, and Listigius also can smash ancient stone. What color are Listigius's cracks? That might be this blue glow that we're seeing.
His Listigius would have blue and white or silver.
So here's what I would.
Lasigius doesn't have cracks. He has eruptions of crystal coming out of him.
Oh yeah.
Here's what
He is basically a crystal monster.
here's what I would put forth is that the creature was drawn here from the endless decanter of water,
Mm-hmm.
and then possibly it got turned to stone, but whether it's still alive or whatever, it has been sitting here, basically empowering the water with this, which in turn affected the plant growth because it affected the water affected the plants, and the plants can now tunnel through the walls. And if the
Hatala.
rats are drinking this water, then
Yes. Yeah.
they can go through the
They
walls.
also ate the vines.
Yes.
Hatala. I wanted to you might be able to use some of these vines for potions. I don't know how potions work, but
That
there's-
that actually is a good yes.
There's a possibility,
Yeah, because if
but
the rats can shoot through the walls because they have eaten vines, then maybe
we can make potions that make us ability to go.
To chew
the
through
ancient
walls.
Yeah.
Oh,
or at least use a potion or
Don't
something-
gnomes get a burrowing speed? Oh,
pick it up.
guys, I just stuck my hand into the water. I hope I'm not. Oh gosh.
I mean, you
I'll have
have
to-
gloves on. I don't know if they're gonna keep you
But
from.
I mean, my clothing's kind of soaked now.
And
Hope-
remember,
well-
you stuck your hand in fresh water.
yeah,
you. But we're
All
all
the water on the
standing in
floor
it
is stagnant
too.
that everyone's walking through.
yeah.
Oh, by the way, I was thinking of the potion. We could like put it on my hammer or something, so I can smash the walls. Or something.
I mean, I can. Well,
Oh man.
Charles, would I, with Winky's information of thought theory here, would I think that this is a viable possibility with utilizing these vines to possibly make something?
It's possible, but you don't know enough about meta theory. Debbie might be able to do something with it, but you wouldn't be able to.
Okay.
So should we grab some?
Well,
mean-
as soon as we get back, we probably should, have Debbie set up and see if we're infected.
Yeah,
somehow.
I kind of potentially took the source of the water.
Uh-oh.
Can I tell if the water source has gone down or the water level's gone down at all?
If you still
It
here?
is not.
Okay.
Nita, if you still here?
yes.
Okay, you're just being really quiet. It's not usual for you.
He has been awfully quiet the past 2 sessions.
He's probably embarrassed because of the curtains.
I'm so worried that we've gotten these transfers first in this water.
Hmm.
Maybe Devi can make a
I mean, it
room.
was, if we did, there wasn't much we could have done to prevent it.
True.
Is
I don't know how I'm going to play this, but I want to try something.
try some.
I want to check out Core as far as physically as a field medic, and see if there's anything that I can notice that might have changed.
He's wearing plate armor.
Because I want to see if we've been affected by this water in some form.
You can
Why
look
don't you
into
check-
my eyes.
check
Check Eve or
Atala.
You'd have to
doesn't
look
wear
at their
armor?
feet
Well,
though.
really anybody.
You'd have to.
who's-
You could look at your own
I'll pull
feet.
up-
pull up my robes and check out my ankles.
Oh snap, y'all! I don't wear shoes.
I mean,
Just look at my feet.
I will check out Atala because
They're a little
Nita.
scary, Hatala.
with those shoes.
yes.
Do I notice any
at,
differences or any
boundary?
changes? What was that? Sorry.
Got it.
I missed that. What was that?
Winky, you got something stuck in your throat or something?
What?
Sounds
I
like
don't
a
know.
gurgling going on over there.
That's
The
not
problem
me.
was there was too many people talking at once.
Yeah, so I
If
missed
that-
all that whole little last bit. What
if-
do we?
If you're not making a gurgling noise, what is? I'm gonna look around and see if I can tell what direction a noise is coming from.
It's
Okay.
in game.
Coming from the other side of the windows.
What are you talking about?
Y'all don't hear that?
Hear what?
Double. I like to listen.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, me too. Nita, if we don't hear this, you're crazy.
We
I
may
know
have. Now, are there? Does it sound like water
Ooh.
gurgling or like animal noises gurgling?
Ooh,
Oh!
I don't see anything. What are y'all talking about? There's not even. I don't
Just
know what's
rocking
going
out to some song that she is composing in her own head.
She's like, what? Hear what? Ooh.
Hey, there we
Yeah.
go. All right. So basically, everybody but Hatala and Eve, especially not Eve. Eve, You start listening, trying to identify the sound, and a bug goes right in your ear, and you're like, ah!
Roll for damage.
I don't know. What should happen is her rat keeps getting on her ear.
Hatala, you don't hear anything, but everyone else, y'all hear a sound. I'm sure you've heard a video game that has like crocodiles in it or something like that.
Yeah.
That little, throaty, low, clicky, growly noise they make. You hear a sound similar to that from in the distance.
Need to go check it out.
These were the windows that I was trying to look out previously.
Correct.
This is bad. This is very, very bad.
Should we try to cut that overgrowth or burn a hole
mean,
so that we can see?
I can just burn it.
The overgrowth is on the other side of the window.
Like,
Is
so,
there actually a pane of glass between
There
us?
is glass.
Do we see
yeah,
an
let's not
access
break the
point?
glass. That's very loud.
Are there
Is
any?
there a door or something?
I was gonna ask, are there any other doors or items inside the,
Swampy room.
yeah, inside the
There's
dining
nothing
area?
else in the swampy room. Everything's
Besides
been
the kitchen?
consumed by the swamp.
It's just the kitchen. Okay. And this was in the basically the
Hallway.
hallway that had the windows. Yep.
The passage still continues forward.
Do we want to try to cut the vines or press on?
Well, we can't cut the vines. They're behind ancient glass.
It's supposed to be
I
so
mean,
much easier at another level.
Yeah,
We,
so
we've never tried to break glass before.
Break ancient glass?
But glass sounds like it would make a lot of noise.
If I honestly, but from what everything I've seen throughout this entire thing, if you do anything to that glass, I'd be surprised.
Okay. I
True.
mean, we can press on.
Except for maybe Nita.
I don't know if I'd be able to affect the glass. I could probably affect the stone.
I think that'd be a good step. Well, glass is actually a form of stone. It comes from sand that has been.
You're really
altered.
smart, Akar. Where'd you go to college?
I've been in many places in my life, and I learned small things here and there. They call me Jack of all trades, master of none.
All right, I'm going to start calling you Jack.
Can I
Please,
attempt
please do not. Please do not. I had a bully in school. He really didn't like my ears, and he called me Jack. I don't know why. Please don't call me Jack.
We just found some backstory.
So, Charles, may I attempt to manipulate the glass?
You want to try?
Sure.
I mean, there's also ancient stone around it. You can just make a new porthole.
Well, I'd rather have, I already feel like the glass would be the more fragile of the two. So,
I mean, if you're not, that's cool. Yeah, stone's pretty tough. You might not be able to get through it.
Remember the last time he manipulated the stone? It was a very small hole, if I can remember.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. I just need enough space to cast a fireball through.
That's cool. Now, let's see. Yeah, let's see if it works on your glass here.
All right.
So wait. So your plan is open it enough that you can attack through it?
That I
but
can put my
whatever's-
hand through the glass hole and then blast
Oh, and then burn
shoot a
on the other
fireball
side?
into the massive vines.
But who knows what else is over there? I mean, do we just assume that
cares?
everything that's...
Is
What if the glass is the only thing keeping the monster away from us?
also, Nadep, I know you're a druid and all. You might be able to answer this question. This plants look pretty green. Are they going to burn? I know the last place was the dried brambles.
Yeah, but not only that. Why would we just assume there's just things over there that we're okay with burning?
And this is actually an instance where you, being a druid, would not be able to do it.
Okay.
You can't despoil virgin forest, basically, and this is about as virgin as you can get, considering there's no other forests underground.
Okay.
I mean, getting a
Let me
look
rethink my
is
approach.
not a bad idea, but I don't like the idea of All right, show it, Kylie. Show it. Hurry.
Quick,
Go,
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 go, go, go.
Alright, okay. I gotta make sure I spelled the right way. Okay, so we have number one.
That was a rat.
Number-
Oh,
They're all rat.
saxophone,
No,
accordion.
with the banjo.
Awesome. Hello.
Hey.
Yeah.
Accomplishment.
All right.
All right, so I'm gonna have to like rethink my approach on this then.
We could just go down the hall.
Yeah, I think we should
Yeah,
just
let's
keep
just
on
continue.
pressing.
Now, do you
Yeah.
want to
mean,
just
there may be-
try the glass anyhow, just see if you can manipulate glass?
Are we worried about what if this is a bad find that if something is wrong with his spines that might try to attack us if we break a hole in the glass?
And
Yeah.
y'all are getting hungry. It's about lunchtime for you guys.
My tummy hurts.
Break out them rations.
I got them rations. Y'all gonna need rations?
Oh, I don't want to hear this like squishy noise and be in water while we eat. So let's just go in the hallway.
Yeah, we make our way back through the double doors into the hallway, and I think I'm gonna have a quick bite.
We could
Pull out my rations.
stand on a table.
Yeah,
I still don't want to have the vines looking at me while I eat. That's weird.
Why? Because you
I'm
cut one
gonna
down.
move back out. I'm gonna move back out closer to where the windows are, and I'm gonna eat there. Try to dry my feet off a little bit.
Yeah, see.
How are your feet?
I want to examine my feet.
I'll
See if there's
I'll
anything
stand
going on
guard
with 'em.
while you guys eat, and then we can take turns. That way we're not just all plopped on the ground eating.
I'll go over to Core and produce simple rations for both of us while we stand there and oversee.
Or Nita, but best friends now.
My best bud.
Well, Nita and
You gonna
Hatala
make a
aren't
perception
best
check,
friends.
Atala?
Yeah.
Winky has no friends.
What you looking at, Hatala?
You do not notice anything.
I was just taking a look at my feet since Core thought maybe that water was infected or whatever.
Have
I mean,
have
my
Nita
feet are
look
pretty tough.
Have
Things don't normally bother them, but seeing as how it's direct contact with my body.
I was gonna
That's
ask if I
concerned.
could do that role, but I was gonna do a looking at his feet with a medicine
his.
or
It may be
But
something
how-
that's internal, like if you ingest the water. I didn't really
Well,
look.
we-
There were some frogs back in that sink where I found a decanter.
You like my mug?
But that was pure water. That was
That's,
clean water.
that's true.
You like my mug?
pug mug.
Mhm. Nice.
Doug the pug.
Here's my new one.
Charles, were there any frogs anywhere else, or just in the
Only
fresh water?
snap before coffee, and it's a.
The
family
frogs are
snack.
in there, but you do still hear the sound of frogs.
So there are frogs in other places somewhere.
Yeah.
But not in that room. The only place they were in that room was in the clean water.
Correct.
Okay.
Had to get
I'm
them.
gonna finish up my rations, and I'm gonna take over guarding so Core can finish up and get some nutrients.
All right. Y'all managed to finish your lunch.
Without dying.
So what do you do?
So is it 12:45 p.m. or?
Yeah, I think you
we-
just
we
started
just
the clock
crossed-
now.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
12:45 p.m.
Okay. So we've crossed it. Okay, I was just.
Did you
making
want to
sure.
try that window just to see if you can manipulate it, so we're not having this discussion
Well-
again later?
Yeah. So just pure science. This is all science right now, guys.
Sure. My only concern is that if I mess this up, burst the window, and cause problem.
Well, have your well, you can't fire it. If this
mean,
vine attacks us,
If
would you be
it
able
attacks
to?
me, then I'm pretty sure I can attack back. But
Okay. So have your fire ready. Have that on standby.
okay, I'd like to try and manipulate the glass.
All right. Make your roll.
What do we put that under?
It's under lore.
Do 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 do.
Man, I feel way better after drinking that tea.
Elijah, did you leave water?
Ooh.
All right, you managed
No.
to summon a good amount of power of
Thanks.
earth, and you can make the window ripple, but it does not break.
Okay. Not quite
While
there.
you do it, you do notice little, almost like flecks of red resisting your magic.
Huh.
Resist his magic. It's weak magic.
Because it would be fire and earth. Because it's heated earth.
That's a good
That's
theory.
correct.
You melt sand and other materials to make glass.
Right. So it would need both fire and earth together. In order
Larger,
to
more power than you put out.
So have core and
Like Ophidius could probably smash through it without trying.
Cool. I think we've got the information we needed. We can press on.
work
Yeah.
together,
press on.
guys.
I can't produce flame at will.
He can only resist it.
Oh wait, can I produce shock at will?
No,
No.
So
you have to learn to control it first.
How do I learn to control it?
When you level up.
You level up.
I'm not joking.
It's when you level up, not
You
have
can
to-
you can
It's-
train with
You have
depth.
you have to choose the archetype that Charles has created.
you can be an elementalist.
All right, so I say we press on and see what's further down
Or
this
can-
main hallway.
Can Nina just teach me how to control it? And
If
then I'm done.
you would still have to choose the archetype. It's not free.
Oh.
Question for the DN. As we're moving down these hallways, are they graded? Like, are they slightly kind of going lower, or is it flat?
This
level?
hall is leveled out.
Okay. Because I'm wondering if like we're walking downstairs as each time, like say if these are like different floors and tiers, or if it's mostly flat that we're traveling through.
So
You've traveled another 20 or so feet, and you notice the lower portion of a lizard man that's been turned to stone.
great.
I would like to use something that I haven't used yet. I want to try to figure out what type of lizard man this is, and that would be occultism, correct?
Yes.
Vernus.
That was
Down with
not
that.
very good. That was not very good.
I didn't see the roll.
Hey, there's a lizard
There's
man.
not enough
stuck
lizard
in
men
here.
left to identify.
Okay. Well, that was fun. I tried.
I just dropped my mouse.
And you
You have a
notice
quick
at least 2 or 3 other portions of statues there.
Is there any way to tell if these are like more fresh than the others?
They are not
Like-
covered in vines.
I think that would be the only way we could really determine. Yeah.
Okay. Are they
So-
looking in a certain direction, or look at like they're combat ready, or just like they were strolling
Scattered.
along, or
If you had to guess, there were 3 or 4 creatures standing basically about back to back or so.
Yeah. So we're still in a hallway, correct?
Correct. But you can see a doorway up ahead where the hall ends.
Guess what? The king.
Dude, you're so loud.
Elijah.
Because I'm getting worried. I don't know when this happened or how long ago this happened. I just know that there's no plant growth. I'm talking this out with the group. I'm starting to get worried that we might walk into something that we might
Yeah.
too end up
I'd say
statue.
those with range. If we find a creature, try to aim for the eyes. That might be the.
What makes you think to aim for the eyes?
Just saying. I'm trying to think. It might be breath.
That-
It might
Have you ever
be
played Zelda?
skin oil.
Guys,
but if it's something
Elijah,
that
just because I know things doesn't mean Atala knows things.
it's either the ability
Don't
to
do-
see something or a gas that comes out. I would assume because he's getting this many people this quick.
Well, here's the beauty of our situation, guys. We can go home, and we have
We are home.
entire studies of things that we could go to the library and we could research
Mhm.
creatures that do this and how to defend against them, and come back before we just go.
I'm-
Hey, let's just walk around this place and who knows what's gonna happen.
I can whip us up a mist as well if we're worried about being seen.
I mean, Core's on board with research. This place isn't going anywhere.
Winky's not. Winky doesn't like studying.
Honest
I would
statement.
just say we need to seal this place off if we're gonna leave.
Why doesn't
Seal
why,
it
don't, why
off.
doesn't
If something
Why
can
does
get
it-
out,
Oh,
why does
I mean, right now there's the
stand at
best
the door?
sealing off that we've got is this thing tries to come out. They cut that rope bridge and
I mean, it might be something we want to consider doing.
I mean we can bar it up somewhere. I mean, as long as it's something we can we can undo. But if we can
think
undo
it-
it, maybe it can too. I don't know.
I mean, it
Question,
might be an
Nadette.
animal that can detect scent and track us too. I mean,
Nadette,
That's
Yes.
terrifying.
can you only have you learned to only be able to burrow through the ancient stone, or can you actually make like a makeshift stone wall with enough concentration? Maybe we could possibly
Yeah.
close up the entrance when we leave, and then
Well-
be able to. Is that something that you're capable of, Nadette?
I haven't tried it yet.
He would need a higher level of control still.
That was just my thought, because how would we bar this up? Is what my
Yeah.
issue.
It's
I have an
able to
idea.
be ancient stone anyway.
Of course, we could always talk to Lastigius and have the guards that watch the rope bridge to not let anybody pass, because we're afraid that there might be something more powerful down there. That
Well, I feel like they're already kind of
Probably
heeding that idea. I don't
Yeah.
I don't discount the point of telling them what we found and how it's affecting things. But I also do like the idea of finding a way to bar at least that main. I mean, it was a hallway, so we've
All
got to
we
be able to
need-
bar it somehow.
all we need
As
is
long as
need it,
Winky
need
doesn't move it
to,
later.
all we need is need it to stand guard. No one will want
Atala,
to look at him long enough.
Yes.
you notice a couple of feet sticking out of some of the vines up ahead.
Ew!
They're not stone.
That's disgusting.
I'm gonna run up to them, and then as I'm doing it, somebody may be alive, or somebody maybe, I don't know. They're at least flesh.
Wait, what if it's Atala's fleet?
what are you
feet
doing?
and the
What?
vine?
What? Where are you? What?
And then as I get up to it, I'm gonna point to what I'm looking at. There's feet coming out of the vines here.
Oh, what if the
You
what
notice
if
there is a large hole in the wall.
I tense up in Hitala's
It's
reaction.
going away from the windows
Atala? What if you're
on
what
the
if
opposite side.
what if the
And there are about 8 feet sticking out of it. And they all have talons on the end.
they have what?
Talons, claws.
Oh, what? I thought
So like
I thought
lizard
it was
feet.
Yep.
I thought it was a cloned of Atala's
And there's a
feet.
horrible smell.
Oh,
Oh,
did they
it's-
poop?
Smells terrible.
So did
I
you
think
like
it's right.
yank back this veil of a curtain?
I don't know.
Plant-
I mean, it
what
could
did
be.
you do? I know you yelled and ran up to it.
I didn't
I-
do
I-
anything
You didn't really
to it.
tell
I
us
just,
anything, but you said you ran up to
Yeah.
it. And
You can definitely smell death, and you can also smell burnt.
all right, I'm gonna describe that to them. That there's lizard feet, 8 of them. There's a hole in the wall, and it smells absolutely terrible over here. And then I'm beginning to realize, and I begin to back away. This could be its nest. I don't know what it is, but I don't know. And I'm backing away now.
If nothing escaped for the longest time, do you think anything will escape now?
What do you mean by escape?
If nothing
car-
got out of this place for the long time,
There
then
was
do
a
you think it will
demon.
escape now?
There was a demon at the end of the thing.
I'm so paranoid at this moment because I was already kind of getting a weird feeling about continuing on, and then Atala takes off and bolts. So I tense up and I ready myself for whatever might be coming because I don't know why she would just take off like this. So I'm sitting here covering Hatala's back because I'm like,
So
I don't know what's going on, but I'm super tense at this moment.
Atala's backing back to us. Are we all trying to back
You
out?
can hear that gurgling sound a little louder coming from where the windows are.
We gotta back.
Maybe.
There's no noise coming from where the feet are.
Oh,
Uh,
sounds like.
Do I
Sounds
know
like-
what this sound would be?
No.
Is this a creature type sound, or is this just a
Kylie,
It is.
guttural?
she's being
It's an
watched by
animal
a
sound of some
dozen
kind.
people.
Oh, that just hasn't worked out for me tonight at all.
We might get in our first fight with our new recruit.
Yeah, but with what's going on and what the destruction that we've seen, I don't know if we are ready for this fight. Honestly,
Well, it wouldn't be a bad idea to head back and do some studying. And I mean, unless, but there's definitely non-stoned bodies over there. I thought for a moment they might be alive or something, and it excited me, but
You know,
I'm not sure now.
first of all, when he said feet, I thought it was just the vines were taking what they saw from Atala's feet in the water.
so
And making
we're
it
all
their
backing
own.
up. Is that are we,
I'm way
Yeah.
back down the hallway, already covering your guys' back, and y'all are backing up. I didn't run forward with it.
Back it up.
It shocked me,
Back
so
it
I
up.
braced.
Back it up.
Dice are rolling.
Is there a way, Atala? Is there a way for
Core.
you to?
yes.
You notice that the feet are all in one specific set of angles, and they're all sticking up.
Like they're laying on their backs?
Does it look unnatural in a sense of there wouldn't be normally a way for those feet to be positioned that way? Like it'd be a plant trying to imitate something.
Yeah, I shared that with the group.
No, but you do notice that they're all burnt slightly.
Atala, they might be dead in there, and it might be turning them to snow right now. Stone.
So it has a fire capability for fire.
Dragons? Because the
And you're
girl
fairly certain,
fell.
Core, that they're not lizardmen feet.
Elijah, quit
Yeah,
rocking
I
in that
shared
chair.
out too.
I'm going like this.
Can I take
Because these feet don't look like they'd ever fit in any kind of boot.
a closer look to see if I could identify what they are?
Make a nature check.
The whole position while we wait on the druid.
I think we really need to
You're
go
not
back
sure.
to that tree.
It'd be better if you had occultism to try to identify them.
I walk up behind the deck slowly and cautiously.
You recognize these?
Oh well. Dang it! That has not worked out at all for me tonight.
Those are feet.
Yeah, those are some type of feet, but I can obviously see that they're not going to fit in a normal boot.
I told you that.
And I
The feet
second
are
your.
three-toed. The feet are three-toed and splayed wide, like a bird's feet.
Like a chicken.
Is it 0?
Like a cockatrice foot?
What is this?
Atala, you know they're no humanoid.
Boy.
It's some kind of monster.
Can
and
I
your
make a
guess
check?
is that maybe they belong to one monster.
All 8?
I don't.
Hey, can I
Alright,
make a
let's
check to see?
Tell everybody that.
Can you what?
Can I make the check to see something?
You don't have occultism, do you?
I have.
You can make a
occult-
perception check.
I mean,
Okay.
I technically don't have occultism.
You notice an arrow shaft sticking out from where one of the feet are.
Arrow shaft? What is that?
Like a
Dum dum over here.
like an arrow. An arrow was shot into a foot or something, but you see the shaft of the arrow.
What is a
So-
shaft?
The stick.
The
Stick.
stick of the arrow, not the fletching, not the arrowhead, but
I'm-
the actual stick of the arrow.
I'm gonna pull the stick.
Oh God!
It's
I
embedded.
back up. I back
Huh?
up quickly. I back up
Don't
very
touch-
quickly.
It's in what?
It's embedded.
Embedded?
Deep.
Hmm.
Just leave
Arrowhead
it
is
alone.
way too large to yank out.
Hey, Core,
You have to cut it out.
can you recognize fletching on this to tell?
Can I break the? Can I break
There's
the
no
stick?
fletching because it's broken in half.
Oh, okay.
Can I break
Uh,
the? Can I break the stick so I can still have the stick?
It's already
depth.
broken.
Now the
I
stick.
want to take a perception check to see what type of shaft this arrow, or what this arrow might have been made from.
All right, make a perception check.
Oh! It
You're
rolls a
fairly
fairly
nice
certain that it's a sling bullet.
Oh God.
a sling bullet.
I
Yay!
will make note, guys, that
It went to the
this
19 and then
is
rolled back
an
to the
arrow
one.
shaft that's not rotten wood.
My turn.
And it's
I
in
tried to
rotting
do it.
flesh, so it's very.
Did any of
fresh.
the lizard men? Can I take a glance at the lizard men and see if any of them had a bow and arrow
No.
kind of kit? Okay.
I tried to look at the thing and see what it is.
Winky,
even though-
you're holding the piece of shaft that you broke off because you said you wanted to break off a piece of it, and it's some kind of black wood.
Oh, hey Winky, show that to Nadet. Maybe he can identify
Adept,
the.
what is this wood? Tell me now.
You can't identify it, Adept.
Come on, dude.
It's not wood from this realm.
Ah.
What if we got low to the ground?
You know.
If you got low to the ground, you'd be in the bushes it's in.
Why are we next to the bushes?
How big is this hole?
It's about 6 feet high and about 20 feet long into the wall.
I'm putting the piece of stick in my backpack.
There's a
All
whole
right.
chunk of the wall that's just been destroyed.
You couldn't get
All
it
right,
out.
guys. I wanna propose something to you.
Ew.
I'm gonna try to stealth in there and see what I can see, because we're
You
just
die.
we're just touching feet here, okay? Do you
Ew.
think this is a bad idea? Because I mean,
This whole scenario right now is a bad idea.
I'm pretty
I'm
confident-
with going and researching the stone capable animals of this world.
I'm pretty
plan.
confident in my stealth abilities that I can see if this area is safe or not.
Make your
If
stealth
you
check.
roll, if you
I'm-
roll a
It's a good
one,
thing we're not
I will hit you.
emotionally attached to a car yet.
All right, you sneak on in, and you are looking at the corpse of something large. It's about 14 feet long and has 8 legs and a long head and tail.
Winky's turn.
The body is mostly snake-like.
Take a peek up
Okay.
there.
I wanna scan the rest of the area and see if there's any
Alright.
threats or anything.
There's nothing else in there. It's literally bashed into this crevice.
Okay,
And it
so
looks like there's probably about 6 arrows sticking out of it.
okay, I call out to the group and say, "Hey guys, it's in not an overly loud, but kind of just more of a normal tone. Hey, it's safe. If you guys want to come in and kind of check this out a little bit, it's safe."
All right,
All
I'll
you
head
really have
in.
to do is remove the vines and everyone would see it.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. I pull out my kukri and I slice
Hey.
the vines.
Hey, can you give me? Hey, can you give me the?
Poor
Hey,
druid.
can you give me the vines that you slice, please?
Where are
You can pick them up. Surely they're on the
Okay,
ground.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick up. I pick up the vines. And I put them in my adventure pack.
There's a 14-foot long creature laying on the ground there. It has at least 6 arrows, if not more. There's holes from multiple sword slashes, and it has been burnt horribly.
And it is. Can we check and verify it's dead, guys?
Oh, it is deceased.
Okay.
I take out my axe and chop its head off.
Its head's already been exploded with fire.
Oh,
Could you
Hey,
identify it?
He
Is
cuts
that-
it off anyway, just in case.
hey,
Any of you nature ones be able to identify
I'll
this?
take a closer look and see if I can tell what it is now.
You'd have to make an occultism check. Nature won't do it.
Oh, okay.
I'll also be examining just in case, since I got a better view.
a car.
Can I?
If we get these,
I'd like to
sticks,
help remove the arrows.
if we get the
Cut the arrows out.
You're still not sure what it is, Akar, but you are definitely certain it is a monster you've heard of.
Okay.
The
Hey,
face would make it easier to identify.
the what?
The face would make it easier to identify. You have a couple guesses.
But the face is exploded. Okay.
Yes.
if we can't get
Yes. The arrows are matching the bow y'all found outside.
a
Oh,
car,
The demon.
a car.
Hey,
If we
can I-
can't get the
Oh,
arrow
You guys
tips,
like those arrows for me? They'd be a perfect
Yeah, that's what
match.
I was trying to do. I was trying to help
If,
cut them out. For
if
you.
Yeah,
If-
y'all can successfully cut them out, no problem.
All right.
hey, can I
There's
have
no.
one of those arrows? I
There you
want
go.
one of the
Hopefully they're not cursed. I'll just give them to him.
a car. Can I have one of the full non-broken arrows?
Well, at this moment, Cora still has the arrows. He's the one cutting them out. I'm not cutting them
He's-
out.
I was handing them to a cart. There was the one broken one that you can see.
Yeah,
I'll
I
Yeah,
have.
you can take the broken one
Yeah, you can have the
because the
broken one.
arrowhead's still good.
Yeah.
So does it look like the vines were like?
Are you gonna try to
breaking
like
down
blacksmith
body?
with them or something?
What I wanted to do.
It
was
looks
to-
like somebody shoved it into the crevice.
Okay, but the vines were just there. Okay.
So it sounds like the demon was like almost using this area as a hunting ground, or took it out because it didn't want to deal with this creature, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So is this a completely safe area since we took out the? No, because we can hear the hissing.
gurgle.
Whatever we're hearing back there, there could be several of these.
Yeah, that's a good theory.
Do we push further in, or do we go back with the knowledge we have to see if we can find out?
Well,
You're
I
sitting
think
at
this.
the doorway.
We're sitting
what?
what?
Or what?
The doorway. This hallway is ended.
Oh, there's
Yeah.
nowhere else to go.
I want. We haven't checked. There's one door left. It's a double door that I want to check out to see if there might possibly be traps or locked or.
The only
I
door
wanna-
left
I
is
wanna-
the end of the hallway.
Yeah, it was the double door went to the dining room.
Yeah.
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 And,
y'all
I
already
mean,
opened
technically there are 100 other doors, but they're probably all living quarters.
Yeah. Oh, I'm talking about at the. Okay, so this is like the end of the hallway. There's nowhere else to go.
except for the doors that are at the end of the hallway.
Yeah,
So
that's what I was referring to. It was
Yeah.
a double door, correct? Yeah.
Yes, it
I
is.
want to.
Okay.
I want to check out that door, and we can make an assessment and take a vote whether we push on or head back. But I really wanted to check this out.
As long as we can shut the door back.
We don't necessarily have to open the door. I just want to make sure that we know what we're coming up against if we do decide to leave.
So you just want to check these doors for traps and not open them?
Check for traps, see if we can possibly sense anything on the other side, or whatever your abilities are able to do. Not necessarily open the doors, just kind of get a feel for what might be coming. But to be so close to the door and not check it, that would be absurd, in my opinion.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Does these vines have thorns on them?
No.
Dang it.
I walk up to the door and I search for traps just as a precautionary.
All right. You're fairly certain that it is not trapped, but you're not absolutely certain.
Hey, Nadep, I'm not quite sure about this this door. Can you have Hatala come and check as well?
Why are you? Whoa, hold on. Hold
Yeah.
on.
Sure. Hey,
I'm
Well, no. Hold on. Why are you asking Nadep about what I can do?
I'm further down the hallway, so I'm calling to Nadep to relay the information because I don't want to be too loud and cause a ruckus. So I'm kind of, hey, I see Nadep. Nadep, hey, can you ask Atala?
I will accept this and not be offended.
I will
Yeah,
take full
just
advantage of what
Nadep
he
is
asked.
the handler.
Like, that is what Akara asked me to do. I'm going to intentionally twist it to make it seem like he was asking me for permission to ask you.
And Akara's sitting there at the door just shaking her head like, I knew it.
All right, I'll come forward and check the door.
I didn't want to be too loud. I thought you were in the hole down there.
Well,
All right. You are absolutely certain there's no lock or no trap.
it doesn't look like it's locked and it doesn't look like it's trapped.
And you
are
do notice that there's a sign on the door, but it's in ancient.
Am I able to take a crack at puzzling
You can
it
take
out?
a society check to try to figure it out.
I have comprehend language.
And I can talk to animals.
Well, you can try.
The only thing you can tell from your translation is that it's something along the lines of either sunroom or arboretum.
All right, I'll tell that to Eve and see if she can also utilize her comprehension to see if I've got that right.
I'll cast comprehend language
Okay.
and look at the.
And the door definitely says sunroom / arboretum.
I'd also like to take a quick note
Sure,
of
be quiet.
the way it's written, and basically that way I can try to puzzle it out later. What letters go where, and that way I can just start making my own lexicon.
All right.
It's inside.
So we going in?
You're gonna crack it and peek.
Sure.
Wait,
Oh.
is this rusted again?
Doors
Oh
are
my
perfect.
goodness, my ears are infected. It went all the way through the ears and out the other ear, both ways. I feel like I breathed it out.
Are we gonna get back to the treehouse today?
Depends
It's
on what
1:30.
happens right here.
We got plenty
Yeah.
of time.
I think this is.
Do
the
you want to
turning
listen
moment.
at the door too to see if there's anything on the other side before opening it?
I want to smash the door.
I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna listen on the door and see if I hear anything.
All right. Make a perception check.
I'll stack up on the door with him. Jeez.
All right.
You can do a little grease on the
Nita
hinges.
doesn't
if
really hear
needed.
much. All he keeps hearing is his beard wrestling against the door.
Hey, I'm a pretty good listener. Can I try?
Akar, you notice the sound of the creature seems to be further away, and you hear the sound of birds.
Oh, well, yes. So with my what I know as far as survival is, there's a predator around, you won't hear other animals. When a predator approaches in the forest, everything goes silent. I hear birds on the other side of this door, so I know whatever's in here is probably not a predator.
And Winky,
With that-
you hear a squirrel.
With that information,
That's it. That's all I hear. Can I try to talk to it?
Oh my gosh.
With that
No, this is a
information,
good one. This is a good opportunity. I say we let
is
the
a good
little
one.
gnome go.
With my knowledge, I think that this room is safe. But Winky, what do you?
Can I talk to the squirrel?
You have to go into the room and try to find the squirrel to talk to it.
You have to be able to see it.
So you're just gonna like push past us, go inside and try and find the squirrel?
I'm just gonna peek inside and see if I can look at the squirrel.
Okay.
A car steps back, and I'm ready for anything to possibly come out. Just
When you push open the door, you are looking at a forest,
See a squirrel.
and you see a couple birds in a tree, and then there's a squirrel running around too.
I'm gonna talk to the squirrel and say, "Come here."
The squirrel stops, kind of looks at you, kind of looks at the birds, kind of looks at you, kind of gets a little closer. You talk.
Yes, I talk.
You talk.
Can you do me and my friends a favor?
What? Hi.
Tell him we'll give him nuts.
I will give you some nuts.
Do we have
What are
them?
nuts?
Oh.
Why would it? Yeah, it lives in a different environment.
We'll give you some food.
By the way,
Oh,
we can't hear his conversation, guys.
Oh, sorry.
We'll give
I have to take a break real quick. Sorry.
me and my friends will give you some food. If you help us out.
What do you want?
I want you to tell us if there's any beasts in this room.
Winky's
Angry
video,
lizards aren't
Winky's
Angry
video is
lizards are
freaking
in
out
here.
for me.
Angry lizards. Okay.
They're not
Um,
here. One died, the other's mad.
Do you know where the others went?
It's running around rampaging, looking for flying bird lady.
Flying bird lady.
Yes.
What kind of flying bird lady?
Flaming fiery bird lady.
Flaming.
The demon we
You
killed,
can't.
buddy.
You're not in the.
Okay.
You would recognize that was the demon we killed,
Dad,
Possibly.
your voice.
if depending on your intelligence.
Dad, your thing is speeding up for me, by the way.
I'm sorry.
Is there any other information you can give me?
What do you mean? Watch
Like-
out for angry plants.
Angry plants.
Yeah, they're in other rooms.
They're
This
in other
room's
rooms?
safe except for a big angry lizard.
Okay, thank you. I'm gonna pull like some food out of my pocket and give it to him.
It happily takes it and runs back up into the tree.
Okay, I figured some stuff out. There's an angry lizard looking for the demon we killed. And this room is safe besides from that angry lizard. And there's no vines in there either, so.
Did
You're
ask?
telling me there's another one of those things?
There's
Well, I
another-
think that's what we're
angry-
hearing through the windows over there.
There's angry
But-
there's angry plants and stuff.
I know this may sound odd, but we don't really have chances to go into places like this. Winky, because you spoke to the animal, did you ask it if it was okay if we could enter?
It said it was fine.
It said we could enter?
It didn't really care. It's just a squirrel.
Squirrels have feelings too, Winky. It's not just a squirrel.
Plus, it would probably be fine. I gave it some food.
All lives
How
matter.
do you know this too? How do you know this? Do you speak with animals as well?
I do.
He does, but he doesn't.
I was
do it
talking
very
about
well.
Eve. Eve says, squirrels have
I
feelings
just
too.
appreciate animals. I can't talk to them.
Yeah, but you don't feed your rat what it wants. Hatala has to
Yeah, I
feed
do.
it. No, Hatala
Well, that's
has
what
to
she's
feed
got you around for, Winky. Is you can ask what her rat wants to
it.
eat.
So I think it should be fine, but I don't know about the birds. I think there's like, I don't know.
Should I attempt to talk to the birds?
No.
Winky, what's wrong with the birds?
They're just apparently the squirrel looked at the birds and then looked at me a couple times before it came over. So
Did it mention the birds? Does it think the birds?
It
are
mentioned it said
masters
that
or something?
all that was in the room wasn't dangerous. It was just the bird, him, and the lizard, the angry lizard.
It said
And
the angry
Winky-
lizard.
One of the things you did notice, this squirrel seemed much smarter than when you were talking to the badgers earlier.
Just unplug my my HDMI cord. Hold on.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh dang it, I can't get back in!
You're still on.
Here we go. Got it.
Was it your feet? Did
No.
your feet unplug?
Okay, I'm gonna continue now. So the it said it was the angry lizard and that's basically it. So it also doesn't know what
Did
nuts
it
are.
say there was an angry lizard in there?
Yes. It said it was looking for the demon that we killed, the fiery thing.
Are you sure it said there was
Yeah.
an angry lizard in there?
Yes, because it said that this place, the place that they're in, the birds and the squirrel, isn't dangerous besides the angry lizard.
But why is the lizard angry? Do you know?
One of his, I think the other lizard, he said the other lizard died, so maybe, and also, he can't find the thing we blew up a while ago, the demon, and it says he's angry. So that's what I got. I can try to talk to the birds if you want me to, but
Weird question, guys. Is there a way that we might possibly be able to befriend this lizard? Because didn't you kill the demon?
well, I don't know.
If it's looking for the demon that killed his friend, and you guys removed the
Hey, do you want me
demon,
to try? The birds might know more because it has a bird's eye view. So
Yeah,
want
go
me to-
talk to the bird.
okay, I'm gonna peek through the door again. And
Is there anything specific we want Winky to ask the birds? So that he has something prepped.
Ask him if the lizards were like bad before its friend died, or did they just live here?
I'm gonna peek in again and try to get one of the birds down.
And hey, before you go do that, also ask him if the lizard ever turned anything frozen or changed people some way.
To stone?
Okay,
To rock?
I got you.
Yeah, turn them to
You can
stone.
just say stone.
They're probably may
Um,
understand stone, but
So I'm gonna peek in and do the same thing I did with the squirrel and say, "Hey bird, come here."
The bird looks at you. No,
I have food. I have food.
I have food. Room full of food.
We have good food.
I have good food. I have
Wait,
worms.
we have better food.
I can
No.
see.
Can you just please? Can you ask one of your friends to come down here and talk with us?
I'm talking with you,
But I
but I'm not
need to
coming over there.
fine.
You're gonna grab me.
I won't grab you, but I guess I'll talk to you from here. Do you are the lizards evil? The angry lizards? Were they evil before?
Angry lizards kill anything that doesn't go fast enough to get away.
Okay, so they're evil. Have you seen the lizards turn anything to like stone?
Make rock statue.
Was the rock statue running away before it turned into the rock statue?
Sometimes.
Okay, so they're alive.
Then eat rock statue.
That's why there's remnants of them. That's kind of disgusting. Do you know where the lizard that is angry running around here is?
Searching for
Searching
flame
over here?
eating.
Flaming lady? I think Squirrel was kind of smarter than this one. Didn't say that out loud.
That was great.
Sure. Small child, not very funny.
A child. I think I'm like 34.
Small shiny child, not very funny.
Have you seen the lizard around here?
See lizard all the time.
Does he live in this room?
He lives on the other side. They have lair.
They have lair. Can you lead me and my friends to the lair?
Why?
Because
They
we
are
want.
dangerous.
We're dangerous.
We'll kill it.
We're more dangerous.
And the bird suddenly flies away.
My goodness. Do I see the squirrel again?
No.
Well, I'm gonna shut the door again and tell them what I found out.
A tree comes shooting across the ground next to you.
Whoa, what the crap was that? It's a tree.
And we're going to stop right there.
Why?
Right.
You know why I wanted the vines before we do this? I wanted the vines because I wanted to take some like sharp things and then put them on top of the edge of the big top of the hammer so I could poke people too.
Mhm.
Poke.
Yeah, you can install a spike on your hammer.
Yeah.
But
But
you
I
hear
wanted-
a loud roar and a tree goes shooting past you. And that's the end of it.
Boom.
Does it block me from everybody else? though?
Oh,
He
crap, I
did
forgot
say
it.
he shut the door.
Oh no.
So start off next week with conflict.
Yep. Next week we'll be rolling initiative as soon as we start.
Yay!
And hopefully I shouldn't be disturbed by work anymore.
Yay!
Uh,
All right,
Pleasure.
guys, I'm gonna cut the broadcast. Say bye.